Yes, Chelsea fans, how are you all doing? Hopefully you're all good and you can hear me. I need to make sure, I've just got to move some things around here. I need to just make sure that you can hear me. Yes, Chelsea fans, how are you all doing? Hopefully let's just make sure I change my settings so I can hear myself. I need to make sure, I've just got to move some things around here. I need to let me do anything. Has it crashed on me? I need to just make sure that you can hear me. Yes, Chelsea fans, how are can you hear me? Can you hear me, people? Make sure I change my settings so I can hear myself. I need to make sure. I've just got to move the sound settings around here. I need to let me do anything. Has it crashed on me? Hopefully you can hear me. Perfect. Excellent. How are you all doing? Looking forward to this game. Big changes for Chelsea. Big changes. Dier comes in next to Thiago Silva. Middle of the back four. Levi Colville steps out to that left-hand side to go up against Kulusevski. And Reece James is back on the right to go up against Brennan Johnson, who starts for Tottenham. Tottenham's team, well, who cares? Simple as that. Middle of the back four. Chelsea are out here to spoil the party. To go up against Kulusevski. Have you got an echo? Reece James is back on the right to go up against Brennan Johnson, who starts for Tottenham. Tottenham's team, well, who cares? Simple as that. Middle of the back four. Chelsea are out here to spoil the party. To go up against Kulusevski. Have you got an echo? Reece James is back on the right to go up against Brennan Johnson, who starts for Tottenham. Tottenham's team, well, who cares? Simple as that. Middle of the back four. Chelsea are out here to spoil the party. To go up against Kulusevski. Have you got an echo? Reece James is back on the right to go up against Brennan Johnson, who starts for Tottenham. Tottenham's team, well, who cares? Simple as that. Middle of the back four. Chelsea are out here to spoil the party. To go up against Kulusevski. Have you got an echo? Reece James is back on the right. How about now? Is there sound now? How about now? Have you got sound on me now? Hold on. Let me just check some of my settings. No sound. Hold on a second. Let me fix it. Hold on. Let's sort this out. So let me just listen. Hold on. We're all good now. I don't know what's happening there, but hopefully it's all good now. I've got a new setup, a new audio setup. So bear with me, forgive me. Takes a bit of getting used to, but it's all good. So if it still feels or sounds all right, and there's no echo, then so as long as you can hear me, I'm just going to double check myself. Dearie me. So this is a big one. This is a big one. Massive game. Tottenham, everyone's writing Chelsea off. They're talking about Tottenham as being title challengers. Let me just turn this off. Hopefully we're all good still and you can hear me. That's the main thing. So people, welcome to the first big live match commentary here on the channel in a while. Obviously, we ain't got a lot of games this season because of what happened last year. But for the big games coming up, we are here. I'm here and we're going to do this commentary. as I was just saying a moment ago, everyone is writing Chelsea off. Chelsea haven't got a clue. Chelsea haven't got any hope. Chelsea can go on a 4-game unbeaten run and go and lose to Brentford. Chelsea this, Chelsea that. Chelsea nonsense. So all I want to say to you people, because you're good people, is never, ever, ever write Chelsea off. People have been doing it time and time again, and they've learnt their lesson. So, all the doom and gloomers out there in this world, all the doom and gloomers on YouTube, all the doom and gloomers on social media are sitting there at their keyboards waiting to go again. Just the slightest thing that goes wrong, they're waiting. And they're going to be up and at it. I personally believe that Chelsea have got it in us to turn Tottenham over. 100%. We can give ourselves a performance that we did against the Arsenal, but go one better. Cut out the stupid mistakes. Cut out the nonsense. Just focus on playing football. And Mauricio Pochettino will have a plan for Chelsea, and Chelsea will surprise Tottenham. Tottenham fan at work was saying to me he thinks it's going to be a good game with plenty of goals and he can see it being 2-2. Tottenham are worried. They are worried about us because everybody knows in football that the only thing wrong with Chelsea is putting the ball in the back of the net. Everything else is getting better and better as we progress, as we build from the back, as we break out. And Cole Palmer has been an absolute revelation. I've said it on my videos if you've watched them. I'm sure you have. That we've not had someone that can open the door since Cesc Fabregas left the football club. Cole Palmer's that man. And give this guy the ball tonight in plenty of space, open, and we'll hurt Tottenham 100%. I've got 36 people watching now. I've got 19 likes. How does that work out? Fix it for me, people. Smash the like button. Let's get more and more Chelsea fans involved. For the big one, Tottenham versus Chelsea. If ever we need Chelsea to stand up now in a game that matters, it's this one. We hate Tottenham. Simple as that. Absolutely hate Tottenham. So I just want to try and get my little highlights thing sorted out. Yes, it is. Okay. So I need to start getting involved in this other stuff on social media, this reels and all that nonsense. Anyway, let's go through the list of people that's joined in the chat already and just say welcome along, everyone. Thank you for sticking with me on the channel and thank you for tuning in. I'm talking about Jane Phillips, Dave Vincent, Danny, Catherine Armour, how are you? Dan, you mentioned Danny. Richard Thomas, how are you, mate? Tom Tidman, Dave Vincent, Wookie Steve. Who else have I not mentioned on here? Clinton, how are you, mate? Enoch, good to see you in as well. Mark, how you doing, mate? The Trophy Dodgers. Woodshedder, how are you? A special mention to my channel members. I appreciate you all as always. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to live this live. So I'm turning off any notifications I've got regarding scores. Simple as that. So let's turn anything to do with Chelsea off. My notifications on my phone. I don't want to be told. I want to find out myself as we go through this game. Premier League, turn that off. Sofa score, turn that off. Good at that sofa score, by the way. Sky Sports, turn that off. We're going to just talk the game as it comes through and just call it as we see it. Simple as that. So, the reality of this is that Tottenham are playing very well under Ange Postecoglou, which nobody expected, bearing in mind Harry Kane had left the football club. They're playing free, they're scoring goals, but they're open. It's one of the things the Tottenham fan at work mentioned to me. We play open and you'll have a lot of chances. So, Chelsea need to take their chances 100%. We need Nicholas Jackson to step up. We need Raheem Sterling to have a solid, consistent game, not just float in and out at times. We need the midfield three reunited for a while, the first time in a while. Enzo, Caicedo and Gallagher to have an outstanding game of football to feed Cole Palmer. And then our defensive line. Simple as that. So, teams are taking to the pitch. Chelsea wearing all blue tonight. Blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. Tottenham in their usual white kit. Sold out Tottenham Stadium. And Tottenham are nervous about this. I'm seeing Tottenham fans giving it, we don't like Pochettino anymore. He's not welcome back here and all this nonsense. Let's hope he can hear it and stick it to him. Simple as that. He has just appeared and some Tottenham fans are applauding him. Has to be said. So, an embrace between Pochettino and Postecoglou. A warm embrace, I have to say. And he is getting a round of applause from some Tottenham fans behind the benches, which is good to see for him. Because obviously, it means a lot for him throughout his career. In goals, Vicario for Tottenham. Don't ask me to pronounce his first name. Pedro Porro, Romero, Van der Ven and Udogie. Destiny Udogie as the left back. But Porro and Udogie get forward. Pape Sarr and Basuma. Chelsea is literally, they're matched up Chelsea with a 4-2-3-1. Kulusevski, Maddison, Brennan Johnson in behind Son. Attacking lineup. I don't think their midfield two is as strong as ours. I don't think their back line is solid. Let's just say that. So I've actually got it wrong. Chelsea going 4-3-3, aren't we, with our formation? They're going to 4-2-3-1. Just to reconfirm, Chelsea's team in goal is Sanchez. No mistakes from him. None of this just nonsense playing it out from the back. Just get rid of it, launch it, and rebuild again from there. Sanchez in goal. Reece James returns at right back in the Premier League to start the game, and he will be captain of the side as usual. Dizazi's reinstalled next to Thiago Silva, and then Colwell's on the left-hand side, left back. Midfield two, Caicedo and Fernandes. They're advertising it as 4-2-3-1, but I think it's a 4-3-3. Cole Palmer, Conor Gallagher and Raheem Sterling in behind the ever-willing Nicholas Jackson. And all we've got to say of Nicholas Jackson is please hold your position and just play the whip for the penalty box. The bench, Petrovic, Cucurella, Badashili, Mudryk, Madueke, Oguchukwu, Gusto, Matson, Washington. Chelsea's strength in depth is beginning to appear, especially on the bench there. So, this is huge. This is huge. And obviously, there's going to be remembered bad result. Tottenham will be 17 points clear of us in the Premier League. People like Rory Jennings, Mr. Clickbait himself, is just making a career out of just being an idiot, basically. Coming out with loads of old nonsense and tosh and old rubbish. And all the others will be on it like no one's business. So, yeah, the Chelsea pensioners, Dave, good shout. Now, just remember, people in chat, please. I am watching it on my Sky Sports app on my computer, and it's a minute behind the normal coverage. So, please, 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 no spoilers in chat. We're going to watch it and go through the game together. So, the Remembrance is about to happen. That's it. Just paying respects, people. That's why I was quiet. Just an update. Jaburu Joe, good to see you in, mate. I know you've mentioned about being in the Daft cave. Anyway, that shirt is being replaced with this season's one. Believe it or not, I've had to pay £125 joke for the only shirt that's got the infinite athlete. It'll be up for the next game that's on TV that I'll be doing the commentary on. Anyway, people, clock. Thank you, Jane. We're going to be getting going here. All the pre-match stuff is all done. Chelsea are going to be kicking as we look on TV. The TV coverage kicking from left to right, and it's going to be Nicholas Jackson to kick us off. Chelsea, remember, wearing all blue, Tottenham all white. This is a massive, massive game. Come on, Chelsea, give us the performance. Thank you for being here, people. If you've never seen it before, this is ball by ball radio style commentary. And Jackson kicks us off, and he goes back straight to Enzo, shut down straight away, back to Dier. He just had to launch it. High press from Spurs, led by Maddison straight away. It goes into left back position, or right back to Porro, and Chelsea pressing and won it back. Romero steps just in front of Jackson, but great pressure early from Sterling and Gallagher on Porro by his own corner flag, forced the error. Romero was up and alive and got in front of Jackson, but good early pressure from both sides to begin with. But Tottenham got a throw-in level of their own penalty box on the right-hand side. Right back position, Porro to take it. Chelsea man for man, high pressing here. And to force the error, Enzo's found Jackson just inside the box, back to Sterling. Tries to do a little dink ball outside to Gallagher, but read, telegraphed. And then Kulusevski with Colwill. Colwill, he went in on him and didn't really clip him, but Kulusevski's gone down, given a free kick, which they've taken early, and Son's after it. Oh, Michael McIntyre, bless him. What's he doing playing football? Thought he's a comedian. The referees pulled it back, so they took it too quick. So it's a Tottenham free kick for a free kick that never really was, taken by Porro back to Romero. He's about 15 yards inside his own half at the minute, dead centre, and he squares it to Van de Ven. Jackson moves across, and he goes back across to Romero. Get in Romero's ear, wind him up. He plays a long ball wide left here to Brennan Johnson, who's got some time, take a touch and get it under control. Son, it's Basuma. Udogie's actually pushed forward. Gallagher went in for the ball. Gallagher went in on the stretch. A bit of afters there already from Gallagher and Udogie. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyway, they played a raking ball from right to left there, and Reece James just left. He left the Brennan Johnson alone because he was dealing with Udogie, the fullback, who pushed on, and Palmer had to drop in. Anyway, Tottenham's had possession and gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Romero, 15 yards outside his own penalty box, goes square to Van de Ven. Chelsea have pushed up inside their half, but not pressing, and he can play it out to Brennan Johnson, who's got acres of space. Palmer working his way. He's got a runner at Udogie down the left-hand side. He plays the ball back away from goal, which Sterling loses to Basuma, but Caicedo wins it off of Basuma, and then Enzo comes away with the ball. He doesn't. He's tackled, comes back to James, and then Dizazi just dinks the ball forward for Jackson to chase inside the Tottenham half. And Van de Ven's played a dodgy back pass, which the goalkeeper's had to go and cover, and he does, and he goes back to Van de Ven. He's on the left-hand corner of his own penalty box, just outside of it, taking one or two touches forward. Palmer goes to go and meet him. He plays the ball forward, and well done, Caicedo. He steps in front of Maddison to win the ball. Maddison's gone down holding onto his ankle, but Caicedo got the ball, fair and square, but he's given a free kick against Maddison. He's got his left hamstring taped up, Maddison. Caicedo won the ball, and the referee's having a word with him, but he won the ball. It's not a free kick. Anyway, Tottenham play it backwards to Van de Ven to go square to Romero. He's inside his own half at the minute. Chelsea pushed up, but not pressing. They're just in their shape, saying play through us, but they're not doing it at the minute. Tottenham, they've gone back to the keeper, back to Van de Ven, looking for an option. He hasn't got one. Chelsea are playing this box midfield they did against Arsenal. They've got Caicedo and Enzo at the base of it. They've got Gallagher through the middle of it. And they've got Jackson and Palmer pushed up like a 5. Like 2, 1 and 2 throughout the midfield. And Tottenham can't get out at the minute. And now they can to Maddison. But he's shut down straight away by Enzo. Ball deflects away and he comes out to Basuma. Deep inside his own half. He finds Porro. Plays the ball forward blind. Silva wins it. Enzo, Caicedo gives it away to Maddison. Inside his own half, Maddison, no. Collects it, tries to play a ball forward. Straight into the midriff of end zone. Comes back to him, sorry. Tottenham trying to get inside now. Son, inside the penalty box, just behind defenders. A late flag from the lino. But Tottenham just played a little two-touch there. Ball inside to Maddison. He held off a challenge. And then played the ball in between defenders. Between Silva and Disallowed. But to be fair, Disallowed's watching Son's run. He's well offside. He has a shot from about 15 wide right of the actual penalty box as he's attacking it. Easy for Sanchez, but it's a free kick. Chelsea take it quickly and play a little 1-2 to Cole when he's down the line. And he's trying to play a ball up line to Sterling, but he's played it straight out of play, literally on the halfway line. So it's a Tottenham throw-in, halfway. Our left-hand side, their right-hand side. They go back to Romero. Chelsea with this defensive, this mid, Maddison's having to come out wide to collect it. They've had to go back to the goalkeeper. Basuma back to the keeper. Gallagher's after him. Goes to Van der Ven. Palmer's after Maddison. Playing left-hand side here. Casido's after him. And they've managed to open this up and play through. And Basuma, wide right now is Kulusevski. Edge of the penalty box, left-hand side. Deflected shot. And they've scored. Kulusevski's scored. Has it gone in? It's actually given as well. Chelsea tried to box them in. And the ball comes out to Kulusevski. I think it's Sarr, Pape Sarr. So Chelsea go to press and they play through. Maddison drops into a left wing position on the halfway line and they find him. Ball inside to Pape Sarr. And with that, Chelsea have committed men forward and the back four's exposed. The ball goes wide to Kulusevski. So Maddison plays it across the centre circle to Pape Sarr. And he plays it wide right. And Colwill, it comes off his back and Sanchez is beaten. So Kulusevski collects the ball outside the penalty box on the right-hand side. And he comes on his left foot and he goes to shoot towards the far post and Colwill fronts him up and it comes off the back of Colwill and deflects the other way inside the near post. Sanchez goes the other way. Just an unlucky deflection and Tottenham are 1 up. 1-0 up. That's all we need. Anyway, the game, after the highlights, saw the replays for about 87 times. Tottenham attacking us again. Brennan Johnson, left-hand side, gets the cross into the far post. He beats Reece James. It comes out towards the corner flag. Kulusevski heading inside the penalty box in this corner. 1 touch, 2 touch. Gallagher nearly gives the ball away, and he does. Porro shoots from distance. Well done, Sanchez. Low down at his near post, collects it. Chelsea trying to play out at the minute, but Tottenham are attacking us at will at the moment. This sort of box midfield that was working, Tottenham have wised up to it. Maddison is dropping wide, and he's dropping out wide left to pick up some space because Palmer doesn't track back. But we've gone back to live coverage, and Palmer's turned Udogie halfway line. Then he holds the ball up. Hasn't got an option up front, so he has to go back towards Reece James and plays off of Udogie. It's a Chelsea throw-in. Pochettino's up. He's asking to speak to Palmer here. He's gone back to Sanchez. Get rid of it, and he does. Chelsea need to strike back early. Palmer does well to collect it on halfway. Looking to switch the ball, but plays it back to Casido. Casido plays the ball wide left to Raheem Sterling. Halfway inside Tottenham half. Kulusevski gets back in and fronts him up. Back to Colwill. Enzo, 5 yards off the centre circle. Plays a raking ball over the top, looking for potential run of Reece James, but overplays it straight to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper rolls it out to Romero. Halfway inside his own half. Little dink ball inside to Porro, back to Van der Ven. Jackson's after him, goes back to the goalkeeper. Chelsea pushed on, but not pressing, so Tottenham can play out and just stroll out of the penalty box with the ball at their feet. No one's pressing yet. Chelsea too interested in trying to just get the men to pick up their men. Enzo's given a free kick away just inside the halfway line. He sort of clashed legs with Basuma. They sort of run into each other, if anything. Referee's giving it to Basuma. Enzo's come off the worst there, on onto his ankle. He's got a sore one, but he's going to run it off. Anyway. They play it wide right to Kulusevski. Colwill goes to meet him. He holds it up and plays in Basuma. Plays the ball first time wide left. Brennan Johnson. Reece James has got a problem. Johnson plays it back to Maddison. Maddison plays it towards the far post. Read and telegraphed by Colwill. Porro flicks it back inside. Disallowed goes up to meet it. Then Reece James beats Brennan Johnson to the ball. And then Cole Palmer collects it. Deep inside his own half, trying to dribble away, and he does. Gets away from Johnson. Maddison then fouls him. And it's a Chelsea free kick. Reece James has got a problem because Tottenham are doubling up on him. And Cole Palmer's not getting back quick enough to defend it. So Reece James is facing a 2-on-1 situation the whole time. Palmer needs to track back and he's not doing it at the minute. And James is isolated. Anyway, Chelsea play it across their goal line and play it out to Colwill. Plays the ball up the line and gives it away. Tottenham win it back. Basuma, Son gives it away. Enzo collects it under pressure. Deep inside his own half and tries to play a ball through to Jackson. He does. Jackson holds it up well against Van der Ven, but he nicks in second time of asking. But Basuma's giving it away. Cole Palmer switches the ball wide left to Raheem Sterling. Kulusevski's after him. Sterling sees him coming, holds it up, and then plays it off of him to get a Chelsea throw in. Chelsea throw, 20 yards from the byline, left-hand side. Needs to do better, Chelsea, but got to deal with that situation on the right-hand side. Reece James being isolated, 2-on-1. Enzo goes back to Disallowed, halfway line. He plays the first-time ball to Reece James. He wasn't expecting it. Straight out of play for a Tottenham throw-in. Chelsea look a little bit rattled at the minute, but they've got to stick to the game plan. Tottenham throwing, just given away by Porro. He's tried to volley it and he's missed it. Jackson's in from Sterling. Jackson two-touch. Back on his right foot. Shoots. Good save from the goalkeeper. Deary me. Brilliant from Chelsea. Porro made a right mess of it. Halfway inside his own half. And he gave it straight to Sterling. Sterling drove forward and fed in Jackson just outside the penalty box. He takes one touch inside, brings it back on his right foot, aims for the far corner, and the goalkeeper, full stretch to his left-hand side, pushes the ball wide. Brilliant save. Excellent save from the keeper. Conor Gallagher, there's an argument he's asking for it square, but unlucky. Chelsea corner, right-hand side. Gallagher takes it, lofts it towards the back post. Disallowed wins the first header, but he heads it down and it's away from goal. There was a bit of a melee inside the box with a Chelsea player going down. The referee wanted nothing to do with it. And Disallowed free header. So Tottenham trying to play out from their goal kick now. And Chelsea allowing him to do it. They've come out to Udogie left-hand side. Palmer has to scuffle across and he does. Holds him up. Basuma. Chelsea need to press this and win it back inside their half. They're allowed to play out Tottenham. And then Enzo gives a free kick away. Just as Chelsea's winning back possession, Enzo just goes in and just gets behind the defender and just kips his ankles. And Tottenham got away again on the right-hand side at over halfway. Ball goes out to Kulusevski, up against Colwill, comes inside left foot. And well done, Enzo. He forced him back outside the penalty box. He had to go backwards. Pape Sarr now back to Romero. And Jackson's after him. Romero goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper halfway inside his own half. Plays it square to Basuma. And Sterling's after Romero. And Romero gives it to Kulusevski. Come on, Colwill, get your tackles in. Tottenham playing little 1-2s at the minute and playing through. It's come out his left-hand side of Udogie. Got a man over again. Brennan Johnson. Ball inside the penalty box to Son. And Son scores and it's 2-0. Is he offside? He's offside. Thank God for that. He's offside. Chelsea got a massive problem. Pochettino needs to react to it as soon as possible. We got a huge problem on this right-hand side. Brennan Johnson is playing the width. He's literally playing the byline. And Reece James is tucking in because Chelsea's trying to play a narrow defensive line. But with that, Cole Palmer's not tracking back. So they get the ball to Brennan Johnson. He slides the ball across the penalty box, level with the penalty spot. Disallowed full stretch can't get there. Son slides it home. They're checking it. He is offside. They're checking this for VAR, checking it for offside. It's tight. And I think he's just off. If it's Disallowed's arm, he might be on. If they're going by his arm, he might be onside. It's his sweatband. Is it his arm? He's wearing like one of these long sleeve tops underneath his Chelsea shirt. And they're looking at where his arm is in position to Son. This might be given, you know. That angle, it shows he's offside. So they're looking at Son's run from the semicircle outside the penalty spot. Outside the penalty box, sorry, but it was a great ball from Brennan Johnson straight into his path. And he just run onto it on the penalty spot and just side-footed it past Jackson. But they're taking their time because this is tight. The angle we're looking at is the reverse angle from what we were looking at the first time, where Son's the closest player to the camera, and he looks off. He's offside. Thank God for that, he's off. Come on, Chelsea, you need to wake up, big time. But we need to sort out this right-hand side. Definite problem. But Tottenham are playing quick and they're playing through our midfield. And we need to do something. Anyway, got away with one. We take the long goal, got the long free kick. And Porro gives it away to Jackson. Collects it 30 yards from goal. Driving towards their penalty box, Jackson. Basuma gets in, but it comes to Palmer. Right corner of the penalty box. Holding it up, Palmer. Plays the ball inside to Casido. Shut down by Maddison. Tottenham win the ball back. Little triangles to play away, and they do. They play away, but they're playing it just little 10-yard, 5-yard balls inside, just simple give and goes away from Chelsea's press at the minute, and they've played out again, Tottenham. Son now, left wing, driving forward. He's got Johnson to his outside and finds him, level the edge of the penalty box. James comes across. Brennan Johnson tucks inside, one touch inside the box. Maddison now driving outside. James holds him up, wins it off of him, well done. Disallowed gets the ball away. Chelsea are just playing it straight in Tottenham's hands at the minute. They're playing through our midfield. We're too open, and it's down this right-hand side. But I can't see that Pochettino's reacting yet. He's now directing people here, Pochettino. Cole Palmer needs to play a bit more defensive, just to try and get a foothold in the game here. It's only 16 gone. There's loads of time. There's no time for overreactions. Tottenham throwing, finds Son. Holding off Disallowed, dead centre in the middle of the halfway side of our half. And Son makes a meal of it, and the referee just gives it. So it's a Tottenham free kick. Disallowed, you can't hold his shirt there. It's just pointless right in front of the referee. Tottenham take it quick. Pape Sarr's collects it on the right-hand side of centre. Kulusevski back to Pape Sarr. Sarr goes inside to the centre circle to Van de Ven. He plays the ball wide left to Brennan Johnson. There's that problem again. And James is saying to Palmer, get across. Brennan Johnson plays the ball, tries to play a ball in behind Palmer. Palmer deflects it away for a corner. But once again, the ball goes to Brennan Johnson. Maddison takes James away. Johnson's free. And James saying to Palmer, you got to get there, to Cole Palmer. That's where it's coming from at the minute. Chelsea need to batten down the hatches, weather the storm, because Tottenham become more and more open with the more confidence they get. So corner from the right back position, from the right hand side. Porro to take it, one arm aloft, in swinger towards the back post, evades everyone, able to bounce and comes out all the way out to Kulusevski, edge of the penalty box up against Enzo, holding him up. Well done, Enzo. He's won it off of him. Well done, and finds Casido. Casido, good ball into Sterling. But straight away, Udogie's gone diving in on Sterling, who's gone down, and Udogie's got booked for it straight away. Sterling, he caught Sterling. He's saying he didn't touch him, but Sterling's gone down in agony. Good ball from Casido, and Sterling will be away. But he didn't see Udogie coming in. And Udogie, or Udogie, I don't know how you pronounce his name. But he's gone in, with his foot up. He won the ball, but he's gone in foot up. He didn't actually touch Sterling. I'm looking at the replay. He didn't make contact with him at all. Sterling's what made a bit of a meal of it. Or they're checking possible red card. Did he make contact with him or not? I think he did. He did make contact. They're actually slowing it right down here to see if it's a red card, which would do us a favour. But they're reviewing this. He's gone in foot up, and the angle they're showing, what he's done is actually taken off the floor. Not like Kai Havertz. He's sort of like in a sitting position. He's put his legs out in front of him, off the floor. The right foot gets the ball. The left foot catches Sterling, and it looks as though he's got away with it. He's got away with it. Yellow card. Anyway, Chelsea possession played out to Palmer. Just inside their half, plays the ball back to James, back to Disallowed. Tottenham with Maddison and Son leading the charge. Sanchez plays it first time out of play for a Tottenham throw-in. Chelsea just far too reactive. We're not being proactive at all. Maddison is allowed time and space to dictate this game, and we got to shut him down. Anyway, Tottenham throw him 20 yards from goal, left-hand side. Taking inside to Sarr. Holds off 2 challenges and finds Son. He goes back to the halfway line to Romero. Jackson's got to work hard to get after him. Saunters after him, and he goes square to Van de Ven. Inside their own half at the minute, Tottenham. Basuma plays the ball inside. Casino does well. Steps in front of Udogie, who just takes him out. Brings him down. Anyway, Chelsea free kick taken quickly. Dizazi, Casino, back to Dizazi. Being pressed by Maddison. Son's after Sanchez. Sanchez launches one wide left, looking for Colwill. Wins the header, looking for Gallagher, but he can't get there because Romero's after it. Heads it forward and goes on the charge after it. Silva back to Sanchez. Romero just clatters into Silva. Referee says play on. Once the ball's gone. Dirty bastards, Romero. I'd love to play against him and hit him early. Right, that's it. So Silva's giving him one back. Well done, referee says play on. And now Romero's just lashed out at Thiago Silva. And he's down Silva on the side of the pitch. Referee saying play on. The linesman said nothing. Sterling's down the left-hand side. Edge of the penalty box, driving forward, comes inside, shoots, deflected, tries to get the rebound, he does, and Sterling scores! 1-1, come on! Get in! 1-1. Brilliant goal from Raheem Sterling. On that left-hand side, something needs to happen about Romero. It's actually Colwill. He's done something to Colwill, and he's claiming his hamstring, Romero. But if they do a video on this dirty bastard should be sent off. He's a dirty, honestly. So Colwill did Romero, and then, no, Thiago Silva did him, and then Romero kicked out at Colwill. What happened then was the ball just got played inside, and Reece James is the bottom of the centre circle. First time outside of his right foot, plays it out to the left-hand side to Sterling. He drives forward up against Pedro Porro, forcing him back inside his own penalty box. And Sterling tries to shoot. The ball hits Porro and bounces up onto Sterling's hand. And then Sterling follows up, just holds off Porro and then slides it over the goalkeeper. Romero's kicked out of Colwill off the ball. So, if anything, if VAR catch that, they should bring that back. He could be in trouble here. Oh, they're checking handball on the goal now. But Sterling and Porro are about a yard apart as Sterling tries to shoot, and it comes off his foot and hits him on his arm. His hand, he just hits his hand because that's his position of his hand. That's his natural position. It makes you laugh. They check a possible handball, but they won't check Romero kicking out at Levi Colwill, was receiving treatment on the halfway line. He got him down the back of his Achilles. So the referee, they've asked him to go and look at the screen now, the referee. Oh, they've disallowed it. They've disallowed the goal for handball against Sterling. But there's the opening from Chelsea anyway. So Colwill's having a go at the linesman now, saying, did you not see him kick out at me, Romero? Go and front him up, Colwill. Have a word to him. He's a dirty little git, Romero. Just getting even the Tottenham fans tell me that this bloke, he just doesn't get his head, his head goes. Get in his ear, talk to him, wind him up, and just, he don't like it. He likes dishing it out, but he can't take it when it's done to him. How on earth that is not? That's a lash out. Thiago Silva went up against him and done really well to win it off of him. And then he just kicks out. He's aiming for Silva, but Colwill steps in front of him and he catches Colwill. And I don't understand how Sky has shown the replay about 6 times. How VAR are not even looking at it. They're not. Anyway, Tottenham have got a free kick and they've played it back forward to go back to the goalkeeper. Under pressure from Jackson, he tries to get the ball away, and Chelsea are trying to win it back on halfway, and we do. Casino's gone through Maddison to win it, and the referee says play on. And Gallagher tries to find Palmer, and he can't collect it. And Van de Ven now collects the loose ball. Up to Silva. Son goes down with a challenge from Silva. Referee says nothing in it. Play on. This is getting tasty. Silva. Disallowed. Maddison went down like he's been shot after Casino won the ball off of him. And the referee said, get out and play on. He just got out and played on. Nothing wrong with Maddison. Anyway, Udogie, under pressure from Palmer, goes back to the keeper. Keeper plays out to Van der Ven. Palmer's after him. Van der Ven gives it straight to Casido. Palmer collects it. Back to Casido. Chelsea beginning to get a foothold in this game now. Enzo, halfway inside their half. Driving forward, Enzo. Shoots from distance. Didn't get his full weight behind it. Didn't get his foot over his body over the ball. And it goes well wide. But Chelsea, you understand why it's been given because it's hit his hand. But he had nothing. He couldn't do anything about it, Sterling. Chelsea will have chances in this game. Tottenham are playing out from the back and they give it away. Casido, well done. He's won it in front of Maddison. Palmer lose it to Sommer, then he moves it to Brennan Johnson and wins it back off of him. James is getting really feisty. Casido beats, oh dearie me, Casido beats Basuma to it and Basuma pulls him back. The referee says that's a free kick to Chelsea. It's right hand side of centre. It's around 25 yards from goal. He pulled him back. Well done. Casido and Enzo have stepped up this last 5 minutes. And we're winning the balls now off Tottenham. We're first to the ball. It was all Tottenham first. It's now us. We need to capitalise and get a goal here. So it's around, I'd say it's just outside the width for the 6-yard box. That's the position of the ball. 20 yards, 25 yards from goal. Palmer left foot is over it and James. Tottenham's defensive line, is pushed up to the edge of the penalty box. Palmer's going to take this. And he does. To nobody, but they just head it up in the air. Carwell clashed heads. Oh, Gallagher heads it towards goal. It's gone back again. And then the ball comes out to Thiago Silva, tries to have a shot and he goes over the bar. Unlucky. Unlucky Chelsea. Tottenham look really shaky at the back. Romero just held the ball up in the air. So Van der Ven just beat Colwell to it. And Gallagher held it down towards Disallowed on the 6-yard box, rolling towards goal. Anyway, the coverage comes back and Chelsea's won it high. Enzo, 25 yards from goal, shoots from distance again. This time it's wider than the ear post. Terry, take your comment on board you just put. He's got to play him in. Since Tottenham have scored, Chelsea have had 7 shots, 1 on target, 6 touching the opposition box, 42% possession. Tottenham, no shots and nothing on target. But they're dominating possession at the moment. And they've given it away again. Chelsea win it high. Jackson, Sterling, inside the penalty box, takes a touch inside, goes down. Enzo, Jackson, Palmer, someone shoot. Casino! Come on! They give it away. What's he done? Has he called it back? He's called it offside. He's called it offside again. The goalkeeper was put under pressure and he plays out. It was either him or Romero, straight to Casido. Halfway inside the Tottenham half. He plays it forward to Jackson, who's unmarked on the edge of the box. There's a mass melee of players trying to get down and close people down. Jackson alive to it, plays it to Sterling. His shot is blocked. Comes out to Enzo, left-hand side of the penalty box. His shot is blocked. It comes out to Cole Palmer. And he lays it off to Casido. And Casido left-footed from just outside the semicircle, outside the penalty box, drills it left-footed into the corner. Now, Raheem Sterling's offside position because he's just got up from off the floor. There's a Chelsea player who is in an offside position, but is not affecting the play or anything. And I don't know what they're doing here, what they're looking at. They're looking at if Sterling was fouled. Romero's gone in on Enzo Fernandez again, high, over the top on Fernandez with his challenge. The check and disallowed goal offside. Now, to be fair to Casido, left foot drilled it like a grass cutter from dead centre outside the penalty box. He drills it. Now, Sky's coverage is looking at Romero and Pochettino's having a word with the referee about it as well here. But Romero, he's living on dangerous ground. So what's they giving on here? But when Casido strikes it, Jackson is standing in the position where he's just got up off the floor with Porro, and they're wondering if he interfered with the goalkeeper's view and if he's offside. He looks as though he is in an offside position compared to Porro, but does he interfere with the goal? They can't disallow a second goal. Now, Romero, someone needs to look at this dude. He's a dirty bastard. Honestly, Romero. How on earth he gets away with what he does, I'll never know. But they're taking their time on this. Offside. They're giving offside against Jackson. They're looking at the position of where he was in relation to where Caicedo struck the ball. Now, Caicedo struck it brilliant. Left foot, drilled it bottom corner. Goalkeeper had no chance. They're now looking at Romero now. What are they looking at? Looking at a penalty. There was no touch. Van der Ven, no touch. They're looking at Van der Ven. Oh, they're looking at Romero on Enzo. Now, Romero wins the ball first, but goes through Enzo, and he catches Enzo on top of his foot, on his ankle. Romero's pleading his innocence, but he's a dirty bastard, honestly. How he gets away with what he gets away with. If he gets away with this, it should be a penalty, if anything, against Romero. Romero's pleading his innocence, but they're looking at him and he's high. He makes contact with Enzo on his shin. So he's going to the screen. He's going to go to the screen. Now Enzo, what happens is they're so close together. So Enzo is inside the box. So he sees Romero's challenge coming in. So he puts his feet like this together as the ball comes, and Romero goes up with him. They both touch the ball, but Romero goes through Enzo, standing foot, his left foot, and catches him high at the bottom of his shin. Romero's walking over to all the referees watching this on screen. He's gone flying in, and he should literally. He's gone in high on Enzo. How, if they don't give this, then I don't understand. Is it being like, is VAR Stevie Wonder this week or what? What's he doing now? The referee's pulled over Son and Romero. Is it a red card? It's a red card. It's a penalty and Romero's off. Get in there, you dirty bastard. You should go as well, you disgrace. You're an absolute disgrace. I apologise if it goes very loud. I can't quite work out my settings. Tottenham down to 10 men. Romero is off, deservedly so, and Chelsea got a penalty. And it should be Cole Palmer. But Romero goes into that challenge and he goes in knowing exactly what he's going to do. And when he sees... But look. What's he doing here? He's having a go. He's not going off the pitch. So Son's having a go at the referee. They're discussing the challenge. Romero's now walking. And so he should as well, the dirty git. The Tottenham player at work, Tottenham fan at work, who's a genuine fan, he's not only getting ahead of himself. He said to this guy, he's calmed. He said about this guy, Romero, he's calmed down a lot. He said, but when he loses it, he loses it. So they've sacrificed Brennan Johnson, who's caused us a massive problem. He's gone off. Eric Dier's now come on for Spurs. So the threat and the problem that we had on the right-hand side with Reece James is now gone. And it's a penalty. Who's going to take it? Cole Palmer. Come on. Tottenham down to 10 men. Romero's gone, and rightly so. Cole Palmer to take it. Up against the goalkeeper, who made a great save earlier. Palmer against the goalkeeper. This is a massive chance for Chelsea now to win this game. Palmer. He scores! Come on! The goalkeeper went the right way, but it was in off the post, and Palmer's giving it all this to the Tottenham fans in front of him. Get in. Tottenham won. Chelsea won. Keeper, full stretch. I thought he saved it. He's literally placed it on the inside of the post. Perfect penalty. Did he get a touch to it, the keeper? He did. The keeper got a touch to it and he pushed it onto the post. Palmer got away with it. But to be fair, who cares? Tottenham won. Chelsea won. Tottenham down to 10 men. And Romero's only got himself to blame. He's a dirty git. He knows what he was doing. There was intent there. He'd already kicked out and lashed out at Thiago Silva and caught Colwill. He'd already been given it some of these challenges. Chelsea should now get in the ascendancy, but Tottenham will still be dangerous. They're still going to play attacking football, and they play it forward. And Chelsea, so Chelsea with Colwill and Enzo, and Pape Sarr now puts one on Enzo Fernandez. Come on now, let's just annihilate this unbeaten run. Chelsea looked to play forward early to Sterling, but he can't go, so he's going to be offside. And the keeper comes out, Vicario. He plays out to Porro, deep inside his own half. Allowed to play the ball up the line to Sarr, back to Porro. Gallagher doesn't want it off him, he does. Just inside their half, and now Porro lashes out at Gallagher. Gallagher goes down. Porro's now claiming that he's really, really hurt. Get up, you absolute joke. Deary me, this is Premier League football. What is wrong with you? What does he do? He goes to challenge Gallagher. Oh, he goes over on his own ankle. He kicks out at Gallagher and goes over on his left ankle. So he's hurt himself by being rash. It's your own fault. Honestly. Chelsea's got to keep their heads and play their football. That's all they've got to do. We got strength in depth. Anyway, we take the free kick across from left to right. James finds Palmer. Jackson drops in to help out. Under pressure from Maddison, goes back to the goalkeeper. Sanchez played out to the left-hand side now. Tottenham playing a really high line. Pushed right up to halfway. Sterling's offside when the ball goes in. He's gone in behind Sterling, but it's going to be called offside. Plays it forward to Jackson. Slides the ball home, Jackson, but he's going to be offside. And he is. Easy. But Tottenham, playing with 10 men, have pushed their defensive line, as we got the ball, halfway inside our own half, right up to halfway. As I'm looking at the play there, Jackson's through the middle, Sterling's gone left-hand side, and you've got Reece James and Palmer this side. But Sterling went too early. He got to the edge of the box, squared it to Jackson, who scores under the goalkeeper. Great first time hit under the keeper. And well done, Gallagher. Tottenham trying to play out Dier to Basuma, and Gallagher's nicked it off of him. High inside Tottenham's half, and he holds it up well. Finds Colwill. Halfway inside Tottenham's half now. Slide it down back into Thiago Silva. To Gallagher. Out wide to Colwill. Enzo. Goes back to Thiago Silva. Enzo. Colwill now. 5 yards inside their half. Tottenham squeezed up again. They're going to get caught time and time again doing that. Anyway, they managed to get the ball away this time around. And Thiago Silva collects it. Just outside of our penalty box as Tottenham presses high. 4 pressing, pushing up high and leaving 5 back. And now we play it in again. And Sterling's in down the left-hand side. But the ball's played too high and the goalkeeper was easy to clear it. But we win it back off Silva. Enzo looking for an out ball. And he's got one on this right-hand side, which is Reece James. Palmer goes on the inside of him. Finds Palmer. Tries to play an early ball, but Kulusevski's just taken it off of him. And now Udogie up against Palmer. Palmer's done well, and Reece James does even better against Kulusevski to win it. Well done. Casido, under pressure, goes back to the keeper. Sanchez, back to Dizazi. Tottenham running like headless chickens at the minute, trying to chase the ball, and Chelsea just calm and composed, holding on to it, just playing it. Make them work hard and tire them out. Again, they got a high line. Colwill's got the ball 5 yards inside of our half. He's overplayed it again, and Sterling's fuming at him. Colwill just nonchalant, just plays it. All he's got to do is just play a proper ball. Just play a nice ball into Sterling's feet and he's away. They're squeezing so far up. Tottenham, they're playing such a dangerous game. They really are. They're playing like a 5-4 formation. Anyway, the goalkeeper from Tottenham launches it. Disallowed wins it. Colwell heads it inside to Caicedo, halfway line. Loses out to Pape Sarr. Maddison collects the loose ball. They're in Tottenham, but Silva stands up against Maddison. Comes out to Sarr. His deflected shot comes off Enzo. Easy for Sanchez. He hit it from 20 yards. And it's easy for Sanchez. Saw it all the way, collects it, and now rolls it out to Gallagher. He's been pressed by Porro and goes round him. Holds it up, Gallagher. Again, they're holding a high line, Tottenham. Sterling now. Back to Colwell. They're holding a line that's about 15 yards from the halfway line. Sterling's trying to make runs in behind. Palmer's got acres of space on this side. Enzo spotted it. Launches a high ball out to Palmer. Up against Udogie, who's already booked, by the way. So Chelsea need to get on this right-hand side here and attack this fullback. He's on a booking already. So Pochettino's saying to Enzo, just played a raking ball to him, but too high. And it was going out of play, so Palmer couldn't get it. So Pochettino's up straight away, saying to him, look, so Postecoglou is now being booked by the referee. He's being booked as well, Postecoglou. They're losing it. Tottenham are rattled. Anyway, 5 minutes for half-time, plus there's going to be loads of injury time because of the two VAR things they were looking at. And Tottenham have actually done well on the left-hand side. They've beaten James to it. Up the line is Son. Disallowed comes across. Son with a step over. Back inside to Kulusevski. They get a bit of a mix-up. Comes out to Palmer, but Maddison nicks in front of him. Udogie, edge of the penalty box, shut down by Chelsea. Maddison trying to play 1-2, but James reads it perfectly. Maddison goes down onto his ankle. Deary me, Maddison. Every time someone goes near him, he's down. And Chelsea break away. Jackson up against Van de Ven. Van de Ven plays it out of play. Jackson's caught him on his follow-through. Maddison's down. Did he get caught by Reece James or not? No, he didn't. Didn't touch him, James. Maddison's gone down onto his foot and he stayed down, Maddison. I don't even know what's happened to him, Maddison. He looks to play a 1-2 on the edge of the penalty box to go in down the left-hand side. He gets the 1-2 play to him, but James just stands there and just collects the ball. And he's down onto his left ankle. Did he twist it, did he? Let's have a look again. Oh, yeah, it went underneath him, didn't it? Good shout, Terry. I didn't spot that first time. But yeah, he went over on his ankle. So meanwhile, Sonny's still having a word. Oh, Michael McIntyre, bless him. He's having a word with the referee. And the referee's explaining to him the situation is they're Tottenham livid about Romero sending off. But when they see it, and they see the fact that he goes in with intent, and he knows exactly what he's doing, Romero. Even if he does try to get the ball first, he knows what he's doing. And not only that, but if they sit and look at the highlights of this game, and then Son looks at what Romero's doing with Colwell, what he's putting on Thiago Silva, Romero just got himself in his head and he's lost it. And Tottenham are now going to suffer for it, we hope. Anyway, just looking at Gareth Bale in the crowd. Who gives a toss about Gareth Bale? Honestly. I don't know, Terry, mate. I do not know. Tottenham are rattled. They don't like what's happening to them. Their unbeaten record is under threat. And let's see what happens. There's a long way to go. They're still playing attacking. 4 up front and 5 at the back. Basically, that's what they're playing. So the goalkeeper launches one forward. They win the first header. Reece James holds on to it. Holds off Son. Plays Disallowed, who launched it to halfway. Jackson lays it off to Gallagher. Good ball inside to Enzo. Chelsea using the extra man well. Enzo tries to find Jackson first, but Sterling was the ball. Anyway, Tottenham clear it only as far as Disallowed. Chest it down to Caicedo. Van de Ven's gone down now, holding on to his hamstring. He's gone down. Has he done his hamstring now? He's done his hamstring now, Van de Ven. He goes after Jackson, Van de Ven. Oh, he's done his hamstring. His hamstring's gone. Deary me, it's all unrattling for Tottenham. Van de Ven is one of their best defenders. running after the ball forward with Jackson, and his hamstring's gone. Always in real pain with it as well. He's in real pain. So, Romero's sent off. The two centre-backs they started with are gone. Romero and what's his face? This dude, Van der Ven. Feel sorry for him. He's a good defender, I have to say. Put allegiances to one side, he's a good defender. So he's done his hamstring. He's coming off. So Emerson Royale's now coming on for Tottenham. Is he? Or is it Højbjerg? Might be Højbjerg. He's another annoying dude, I have to say, Højbjerg. Anyway, the mood has somewhat changed in the stadium from the opening 15 minutes. Oh, he's really struggling, Van der Ven. He's been helped off by Eric Dier. The physio's sort of got his hand on his back, but he's really struggling to walk, bless him. It's not good to see. So Emerson Royale's coming on. And also, Højbjerg is coming on. So that's 3 changes Tottenham are making. There's 12 minutes added on time for this. Is Maddison going off? He's taking Maddison off. Maddison's sort of favouring his ankle a bit, but Maddison's going off. He gets a hug from Reece James. So James Maddison's gone off. Van der Ven is now being literally carried off the pitch. Bless him. Well, he's got his arms around 2 people. They're lifting him up, so he's got to put no weight on his leg. You don't like to see anyone get a hamstring like that, I have to say. So Maddison's gone off. He don't look happy about it. Son come over and had a word with him. So Tottenham have to sort things out here. So their defensive line is now Udogie, who's already been booked, with Dier and Emerson Royale as the centre-backs, with Porro on the right-hand side, a 3-man midfield of Sarr, Basuma and Højbjerg, with Kulusevski and Son up front, and Chelsea play at left-hand side, and Sterling's away down the left. Cross comes into Jackson, he's just about to strike it, and Eric Dier steps in front and gets the ball away. Good play from Chelsea. Just take the free kick to Colwill. This time he plays the right ball, the right leg. Sterling. Ball over the top to the right-hand side, and the goalkeeper collects it nice and simple. And then Tottenham roll it out to the left-hand side. Udogie holds the ball up. Chelsea pressing high, and well done. Colwill's done well there to shut them down. So it's a Tottenham throw-in, halfway inside their own half here. Emerson Royale to take it. James steps in front of Kulusevski. So Kulusevski and Son are playing up front. They've got 3 holding defensive-minded midfielders now, Tottenham, with the 2 up front and their back 4. So Udogie to take the throw-in. Looking up the line. Cole Palmer steps in and heads it. Backwards, Dizazi mops up and finds James. Ball inside Casido. Halfway inside of our half. Well done, Enzo. Under pressure, finds Colwill. Can stride up the left-hand side. Jackson's looking for a ball in behind, but he holds it up to Enzo. Casido, centre circle, with space. Plays it out wide right to Palmer. Collects it in acres. Chelsea got loads of space on this pitch. Tottenham defending narrow now. Casido plays it first time wide left to Sterling. Halfway inside their half. Controls it. Finds Enzo. Gets it back, Sterling. Driving forward. Comes inside Sterling. Tries to find Jackson. He can't, but Jackson tries to find Sterling. He can't. Comes out to Casido. Great challenge from Højbjerg. Comes out to Reece James. Right corner of the penalty box. Cross comes in. Too close to the keeper. He fumbles the ball away, and Tottenham get the ball away. Second time of asking. Big chances for Chelsea here. If we get a second before half time, this game will open, and there'll be loads in this for us. Anyway, Gallagher collects it from the throw-in. Halfway inside their half, Enzo goes back towards centre circle, Dizazi. Right-hand side to Reece James. Halfway inside their half. Tottenham's defensive line is 5-3 and 1. 1-2 with James and Palmer. He's in, James. Right-hand side. Cross comes in. Poor. Can't beat the first defender, Dier. And the ball then goes out of play. Chelsea corner on the right-hand side. Chelsea getting into good positions, but the final ball, the cross has got to be better. But they're still playing this high line, Tottenham's defence. Chelsea corner from the right-hand side. On the edge of the box is Dier, but we take it short to Palmer. His ball in is poor, and Tottenham try to come away with the ball, but well done to Caicedo. He holds up Kulusevski. Kulusevski plays it over him, and then Thiago Silva mops up, but Silva's doing his pieces. Whoever took that corner, Palmer, he's gone mental at Cole Palmer because the delivery was awful. Anyway, Colwell's been caught offside from a long ball from Chelsea, and it's a Tottenham free kick inside their own half. Porro, Emerson Royale have a 1-2. Royale trying to play out, has to go square left to Eric Dier. Basuma shows for it and plays it wide right to Sarr. Over halfway, ball trying to get him behind the Colwell, does well to shut it off. Tottenham have got to throw him. About halfway inside our half, I should say. And now they're time wasting. Anyway, Porro takes it back to Emerson Royale. Back to Porro, under pressure, gets it away last minute to Eric Dier. Tottenham going backwards inside their own half here. Emerson Royale up against Jackson. Jackson needs to do better there. Højbjerg finds Basuma. Ball into Sarr. Wide right is Kulusevski. Playing the ball over the top. It was actually Pedro Porro. He collected it. Great first touch. He opens his body up and he spots that Kulusevski's pulled off the back of Dizazi and plays a great ball, literally just past the penalty spot, for diagonal. Brilliant ball, and he couldn't get there. Thank God. Dizazi was beaten. Anyway, Chelsea come out with the ball. Colwell. Silva back to Colwell. He's got Sterling on the halfway line. And Gallagher's now gone over and giving Porro the same problem that Reece James had earlier in the game. Gallagher goes over there, so Porro's got to go to him, but Sterling's staying on the halfway line, literally on the byline. And he's totally unmarked every single time, Sterling. He's the extra man, and we play it out to him now. Collects it 5 yards inside their half, and he puts on the burners, Sterling. Driving forward. He's turned Porro. Goes on the outside, Sterling. Goes one more. And it's a penalty. Is it a penalty or not? Porro has just tackled him. Sterling went down. Referee's given a goal kick. And Porro's reacting to Sterling as if he's a cheat. Let's have a look. It's the coming together and Sterling loses his balance and falls over. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. But Sterling felt an arm on his back. And Porro's purposely gone over to him to shout at him after the event. Anyway, who cares? So, Tottenham play out from the back. Højbjerg, wide left it to Udogie. Control lets him down. Reece James holds him off. Udogie then pushes Reece James out the way. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, Reece James with the throw right in front of Pochettino. Back to Dizazi. Enzo collects it. Deep inside of our half. Bottom of the centre circle. Just goes square. Tottenham pushed up the defensive line. They're playing like a 4-4-1 now without the ball. And they're right up on halfway, squeezing the play. James finds Palmer. Jackson and Sterling can't make their run forward yet. All it takes is a long ball over the top, and Sterling's got to beat him with all of them. So Chelsea go back to Sanchez, and Sanchez does what Sanchez does. Just plays the ball over the top, straight out of play for a throw in the top and taken early. Son, byline, by left-hand side. He tries to nutmeg Dizazi, who does well up against him. And then they pick up the loose ball. Basuma. Left-hand corner of the penalty box. Back to Højbjerg. Dink ball in. Silva gets the ball away. Sarr wins it. Porro. Chelsea swarming to try and shut it down, and we do. Colwell. Gallagher. Chelsea got a break on this left-hand side. It's Jackson. He takes on Emerson Royale and goes beyond him. Does well to hold it up and finds Gallagher. Enzo. Palmer's on this right-hand side, but he finds Reece James. James. Out wide to Palmer. Sterling, Jackson, Gallagher, far post. Palmer comes inside, lays it back off to James. Goes beyond him, tries to get a ball inside. Emerson Royale steps in front of Sterling and get the ball away. But Caicedo wins it. Caicedo from the corner flag, tries to cross it, blocked. James again, back post. Held away by Porro. And Pape Sarr gets in front. Oh, Jackson's pulled him down. Looking for Jackson. Deary me. Chelsea getting such good positions. And now Colwell and Sarr are now going into one. Sarr's just done something to Colwell. Colwell's livid. He's incensed by something here. And Masuma's trying to push him away. Colwell's incensed. I don't know what's happened here. But Sarr's done something to Colwell. And Colwell's livid. He's even going towards the referee here. Enzo's manhandling him, literally bear hugging him away from the referee. and from the situation. What's happened here with Colwill? The referee's told Colwill just to come over here and stand over there and wait for him to talk to him. Jackson's pulled back Pape Sarr. He did pull him back. It is a booking. But Sarr is now been booked for something, and Colwill's getting booked as well. And he wants the referee to give him an explanation. What happened? So Porro heads the ball away at the back post. Oh, here we go. So they give the free kick, and Pape Sarr's on the floor with the ball, and he stands up, and Colwill's near him. He just pushes out. He just lashes out to Colwill, and Colwill's not having it off him. This is proper Chelsea Tottenham. This is like the old days. This has got the old Eden Hazard equaliser all over it, this game. Anyway, loads of bookings already. So we go back to the game. We've got 2 minutes of injury time to go. Tottenham played it over the top left-hand side. Udogie up against Reece James. James heads it out of play. Tottenham throw-in halfway inside of our half. Pochettino's keen for someone to get warmed up. What's going on here? I don't know what's happening here. I think they thought that VAR. Oh, they're looking at Reece James now for an arm on Udogie, and they're saying it could be violent conduct, but he doesn't touch him. So Udogie and James go up, and James puts his arm out. It looks bad, but he doesn't make contact. I don't think there's any malice in it, but VAR have said nothing doing. Thank God. Anyway, Tottenham with possession, and Chelsea working hard in a defensive shape to force them out. They tried to play it left-hand side. They have done, and James does well to play it off Udogie. They've got another throw in Tottenham. Level the edge of the penalty box left-hand side. Udogie takes it to Son. He holds it up, back to Udogie. Back to Højbjerg, to Son. Tries to turn Reece James. Reece James does well to win it off of him. Disallowed. Turns away from Porro. Back to Sanchez, and Sanchez gets the ball away. So Tottenham's right fullback is still pressing the goalkeeper. They're playing real attacking open football, and Carl Palmer's done well under pressure to hold the ball up, win a throw into Chelsea. They're still working hard Tottenham without the ball, and that's half-time. Half-time, Tottenham 1, Chelsea 1. What a first half for drama. 2 disallowed goals from Chelsea, but in the passage of play that led to the second disallowed goal is you've got the red card for Romero. Tottenham started off fantastically well. Chelsea had a big problem in that beginning of the first half on our right-hand side because Cole Palmer wasn't tracking back. Reece James had Brennan Johnson up against him, but Johnson was holding on to the byline. He was playing that wide the whole time. So what happened was Maddison would walk over to that side and give us a problem because James would then think, do I have to go to Maddison or do I stick with Johnson? So, of course, he's thinking defensively, I'm going to hold my position, but Palmer's not there. So Palmer needs to get across there, and eventually he started doing it, but they got their goal. And to be fair to Tottenham, they've also had a goal disallowed as well. but they got their goal, and it was a well-worked goal. And, you know, they went 1-0 up, and Chelsea is sort of sitting there, and our box midfield that looked all right at the beginning was then struggling. And then they get a second goal disallowed, the second goal they scored was disallowed. Ball again down that left-hand side, their left, our right-hand side. And they get a ball inside that plays across the penalty box from Brennan Johnson, across the level of the penalty spot. Son runs onto it. Disallowed full stretch and he strikes it home, but luckily enough, offside. And then from that point, the disallowed Tottenham goal, Chelsea grew into the game. The midfield starting to get a foothold in the game, whereas we struggled in the opening part of it. And by doing so, Tottenham become a little bit more rattled. We have to say that. There was passages of play. The passage of play I was talking about at the beginning with Romero, Christian Romero, the dirty bastard. There was a ball played up on the left-hand side high. Now, he's up towards halfway. He's come running forward and won the header forward and headed it down the wing on their right-hand side, our left-hand side. He's gone after it. So when he's gone after the ball, he's put one on Thiago Silva, which no one saw. And then 10 seconds later, as he's coming back, the ball goes back out that side and he goes up against Thiago Silva. And this time Silva puts one on him. They're literally 50-50, but Silva wins the challenge and Romero ends up on the floor. But as Silva wins the challenge, he sort of goes in on him and his momentum takes him 5 yards further forward. Romero's on the floor. Caldwell comes across to collect the ball to take the free kick. And Romero, not even looking, just turns and kicks out, just swivel kicks what he thinks is Thiago Silva, and it's the back of Caldwell's Achilles. Now, with that, Chelsea break because we win the possession, and it goes out to left-hand side to Raheem Sterling, who drives in towards the penalty box, and he's probably about 12 yards from the byline, and he tries to shoot from a ridiculous angle, but Porro's right in front of him. As he shoots, it deflects off Porro's leg, and as he shoots, his arm is here, Sterling. And the deflected shot bounces up and hits him on the hand and bounces down beyond Porro. And he holds off Porro because the ball's bouncing towards goal. And as the keeper comes out, Sterling loops it or just lifts it over him into the back of the net. So in that whole passenger play, there was two big incidents. One was Romero's lash out. Didn't get seen or commented on by anybody. Fourth official didn't see it. Caldwell's complaining like Marielle to the fourth official. And then they go and do a VAR on the goal. And they disallow it for handball. So at that point, Tottenham were 1-0 up. Son's had a goal disallowed and Sterling has a goal disallowed. Then you get the passenger play where it's beginning to get really, really sort of nitty-gritty and there's challenges flying in and people getting booked and people diving about and all this sort of nonsense. And then we have the passenger play that leads to our penalty. So what happens is Tottenham, under pressure from Chelsea go after them now and they go as a unit. And it goes back, I think it goes back to Romero, the passenger play. He's being pressed, so he tries to play a 40-yard ball straight through the middle of the pitch from inside his own penalty box, and Casido's alive to it, and he wins it in front of, I think it's Son, and he plays it first time to Jackson, and Jackson collects it with his back to goal, edge of the penalty box. So as he turns, two Tottenham defenders convene on him. So he looks at Sterling to his left, and he plays it to Sterling. Sterling, with Porro round, comes round the corner to try and stop him. Sterling collects the ball and he tries to have a shot that's blocked. Now, Jackson's on the floor. Sterling ends up on the floor and the ball ricochets out and it comes out to Enzo, who plays it to Palmer, and he goes to strike it Palmer and he thinks twice. And what he does, he lays the ball off and it comes out to Casido. And Casido is about 2 yards outside the semicircle on the edge of the penalty box, dead centre. And there's a whole cluster of players in front of the play. As he strikes it left-footed, Casido, he strikes it pure, clean, grass cutter, straight to the bottom left corner, goalkeeper's right. He can't get there, and it's a fantastic goal. But what they do is they look at Jackson's position. Now, Jackson, as I say, he collects the ball dead centre just outside the penalty box. As he turns, he then goes down because he's under pressure. He lays the ball off to Sterling and he goes down. And what happens is he then sort of recovers. So this whole passenger play takes about 10 seconds. So Jackson sort of gets himself up off the floor and he's sort of just standing there, but he's standing in line with where the ball's been struck from Casido. But they're not looking at saying he interfered with the goalkeeper. He's literally an inch or two just slightly offside to where Porro's standing. And the goal's then obviously then disallowed, but then they pull it back for a challenge from Romero. So Sky Sports are now doing the half-time review, and they're looking at the challenge from Udogie, the yellow card. If you've seen the Kulusevski goal, deflection off Caldwell to take it the wrong side of the keeper. They're now looking at Romero's challenge on 21 minutes. And now they're showing it is Romero. They're showing his passenger play. So as the ball, so the point that I missed, Jackson plays it to Sterling. His shot is attempted or his dribble is blocked and it comes out to Enzo. And Enzo is 5 yards inside the penalty box. And as he goes to just control the ball, Romero comes out to him and clatters him, foot up, catches him on the bottom of his shin. And Enzo's down, arm in the air, holding on, arm up to referee because he's been caught. So what they do, they look at a challenge on Raheem Sterling first, and there's nothing in it. So the ball deflects off of Romero, and he goes to follow up on it, and he goes on Enzo, and he catches him on the top of his foot. Romero is absolute intent. He's playing the man, but he's playing the ball, but his intent is the man, not the ball. So I can't obviously hear what Jamie Carragher and Daniel Sturridge are talking about, but I think he's definitely saying it's a red card. So with that, we get the penalty. Cole Palmer, left foot, bottom right corner, keeper actually palms it onto the post, the inside of the post, and it goes in to make it 1-1. And since then, we've been dominating. Now, the way Chelsea can win this game is to play it quick and play it forward, like in wide areas. That's how we're going to win this game. Tottenham are playing a formation of they're playing like a 5 and a 4. So in defensive positions, they're playing like a 5. But what they're doing is the two fullbacks are still pushing further forward. One of the midfield three drops in to make the 5. But they squeeze right up to halfway. So when Chelsea pick the ball up, probably just off the bottom of the centre circle, so just say 10 yards inside of our own half, Tottenham are right up on halfway. And Jackson and Sterling are having to bend their runs or stop their runs and wait for the right ball to be played in. Now, Colwell's been guilty of doing it, playing the wrong ball about 8 times, but he got one right there for Sterling. Now, Chelsea had a second goal disallowed, by the way, and exactly that. Ball played left-hand side over the top. Sterling was offside. You could see it a mile off. He done well, though. Collected it, got to the edge of the penalty box left-hand side, and he squared it to Jackson, who slotted it home, but he was miles off. But Chelsea just need to get the ball left and right. Keep switching it. Keep playing it first time wide. Get Tottenham to go from side to side, because when you do that, you're relying on, or Tottenham are relying on their players to stay compact and tight. But people are going to get tired and the space is going to open up. Chelsea just can't fall into the trap of playing slow. We've got to play quick. We've got to get the ball in wide areas quickly and play that killer ball. But if Chelsea get an early goal here, game over. But Tottenham are dangerous. Kulusevski and Son are playing up front. They're playing a 4-3-2 formation. But without the ball, they're dropping into a 5. And they're sort of playing like a 5 and a 4. But they are dangerous with Son and Kulusevski up front. We have to be wary of that. Balls over the top, 100%. But let's just see how it goes. So, Woodshed, Gallagher's been a real captain here. Terry, just hope we don't fall back into being predictable in the final third. Mezzi trying it on. VAR of the FA on the hotline. Jack Player, what the hell happened in the last few minutes? Need to win this game now because we're one-man advantage. Tom Tidman, wow. I think in the end everything is balanced out, but my God, we need to play the ball over the top faster. There you go. Len, how you doing, mate? You doing all right? Typical ref performance. Terry Jackson off selling to the centre, bring Mudryk on. Tom, Jackson needs to be more boss in the defence. Drop off, go tight. Run behind, make them no stop thinking. Len, VAR is shite. Come on, you Blues. Terry, their backline cannot handle speed. Chris, MRL, up the Chels. Shout out ChelsDaft. Thank you very much, mate. And M-Bug, battle at Spurs, battle of the bridge part 2. Come on, no excuses not to beat these lot. Now up the Chels. And Jabiru Joe, Reece isn't looking like Reece of old. But I think he's just playing a bit more reserved, isn't he, Reece James? Anyway, it's time. It's time. Bars open. It's time. It's just spilled everywhere. That's all I need. Deary me. Typical. Where's tissue? Have I got a tissue here? Who shook that up? My wife was down here earlier. I've actually done that. Sabotage from wifey. Hold on, go get a tissue. Hold on. It's all good. Ah, dearie mate. So, Christian, how you doing, mate? Mudryk versus the high line would be good. Andy, bring Mudryk on with his pace. Tim Griffith says, slow start from the boys, but loving the resilience I'm starting to see up the Chels. Can you imagine what all these doom and gloomers on YouTube, these other channels were talking about when we went 1-0 down? Can you imagine Anyway, let's get ourselves ready for this second half. But I think you could be right here. I think the thing is, the two centre-backs are Dier and Emerson Royale. So, do you keep Jackson on and use him as the target man and keep him occupying those two, or do you go for movement like Terry said, Jackson off, Sterling through the middle and put Mudryk on the left-hand side and go pure pace against him? Oh, dear. That's nice, that. Oh, cold and all. My God. Tom, we should now go out and win this now. Can show we're cutting edge, fast-paced passing, keep wide and spread the play, make runs and behind, hit the target. Exactly. Jabiru Joe, finally the bar is open. It's already 1 o'clock here. Somewhere in the world, it's 5 o'clock. Gampero, how are you doing, mate? Good first half, Gallagher and Casido. They took a while to get into it, but they did. People, thank you so much for tuning in to the only place you get proper ball-by-ball match coverage here on the channel. I've got 106 people watching currently. I've only got 56 likes. Can you smash the like button for me? If you haven't done so already, I'll be very grateful. What it does, it puts it out there to more Chelsea fans to tune in rather than watch the nonsense watch-alongs where people just sit and go, oh, we should have passed that. How you doing anyway? You been all right? And all this nonsense. Anyway, it does, Christian. Doom and Gloomers gives viewers, I know. I could write ridiculous bloody headlines and all, but I don't. Anyway. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate the comment, as well as Chris MRL. Thank you. So, they're pinpointing something here. Jamie Carragher. That Van der Ven. Jack Player, thank you, man. But Carragher's he's literally focusing on their high line. On the big screen they've got where they do this sort of coverage. And they're sort of showing it again. Clinton, I'm still looking at Chelsea 2-1. Jabril Joe, I'll wait till the bar's open before giving a thumbs up. Do you think the goalkeeper should be playing? I'm so nervous on the ball. Jack Player read your mind. Oh, Cucurella's coming on. So Cucurella's coming on. I wonder if Chelsea would go free at the back and attack them. Who's gone off for Cucurella? Let's have a look. Jackson's still there. Palmer's there. Sterling's there. Reece James is there. Casido's there. Enzo's there. Dizazi's there. Who's gone off? Colwell. Colwell's gone off. He's gone off. Is he spitting on the big screen? So, Cucurella on that left-hand side now. So, Tottenham. Oh, look, I haven't done my clock, people. Here we go. So, Chelsea TV coverage kicking from right to left, all in blue. Tottenham all in white. Obviously from left to right. The only change is Cucurella. Tottenham have used 3 subs already. Son kicks it off. Back to Basuma, to Porro. Sterling's after him. Plays the ball inside and Cucurella reads it, wins it. Gallagher. Enzo, 5 yards inside of our half. Pulled back by Kulusevski. Ref says play on. Cucurella, nice early touch to Zazazi. Reece James. There's their high line again. Ball over the top and it's Jackson who's offside. He's well offside. Oh, they've actually given it. The keeper's come out and cleared the ball away. Jackson was miles off. Oh, he wasn't. He was played on by Porro. But Jackson just tried to get there in front of the keeper, who'd come out, diving out and got the ball away. Chelsea throwing, taking it from right to left now. Cucurella finds Sterling. Gallagher playing up on that left-hand side, asking for the ball in behind. He holds it up as Tottenham walk out. High defensive line. Reece James has pushed right on now up high on the right-hand side, which allows Palmer and Sterling and Gallagher. Sorry, Palmer, Gallagher and Jackson to play close to each other at the minute. But there's the run again. Ball over the top now. Cucurella pushes on high as well. Sterling takes the defender away and Cucurella's got space. Plays wide left now to Gallagher. Inside to Sterling. Back to Gallagher. 25 yards from goal, left-hand side, falls backwards Gallagher, and he's no problem with that. Goes back to Silva, just inside of our half, centre circle. Chelsea making runs both sides of the pitch now. Tottenham got a problem now. It's come back out to Gallagher, driving inside, Gallagher. Plays it inside to Cole Palmer, edge of the penalty box. He's got a player to his left. Oh, dear. Palmer tries to bend one. It got deflected for a corner, but Gallagher finds Cole Palmer just outside the penalty box, and he's sort of just right-hand side of centre. Is his shot deflected away? I'm not sure. No, it's a Tottenham goal kick. Should have gone one more. He had a man over Reece James. He ignored him. Anyway, Tottenham take the goal kick short. Emerson Royale launches it towards halfway. Kulusevski lets it go over his head. Cucurella's covered it off. Back to Sanchez. Sanchez, left foot, just strikes it. Doesn't really reach halfway. Pape Sarr collects it. Able to with no pressure. And then Son gives it straight to Gallagher. Launch one over the top. Gallagher looking for Sterling. Brings it under control against Emerson Royale. Plays it off of him for a Chelsea throw-in. Is it a Chelsea throw or not? I'm not sure. I don't think it is. It's a Tottenham throw. Porro. Their two fullbacks for Tottenham are still pushing on, you know. And their two centre-backs becoming isolated. Anyway, Porro takes the throw in short to Pape Sarr. Gives it to Sterling. Finds Jackson, but he can't hold on to it. And then Dier plays it off of Jackson's back and it goes out of play for a Tottenham throw-in. On their right-hand side, our left-hand side. Emerson Royale launches it forward again, and this time Thiago Silva wins it. Caicedo finds second ball, plays it back to Dizazi. Reece James now. Right-hand side of the centre circle, driving out to this right-hand side, gives it to Palmer. Back to James and Tottenham press. Dizazi, Enzo, under real pressure, loses the ball, Enzo. Pape Sarr driving forward, Son to his outside, plays the wrong ball and Dizazi read it perfect, but Enzo's got to be quicker. And now Chelsea can break on the counter. Cucurella's free left-hand side. Porro comes across. He tries to play a ball into Jackson's run. Porro reads it, gets his foot in the way, and it goes out of play for a Chelsea throw-in right by the corner flag. What a waste from Tottenham. But Enzo, he didn't get told. He got crowded out by two players. Pape Sarr gets to the edge of the penalty box. All he's got to do is play a ball into the run of Son, and he waits too long. And Dizazi just reads it, steps across, and steps in front to win it. Deary me. Come on, we can't be slack here. We got to be on it. We got to be front foot. We are playing front foot football tonight. It took us 15 minutes, but we're getting there. Let's get a goal here. Next 10 minutes. Let's force them to come out at us. And then the floodgates shall open. Anyway, Tottenham go back to the keeper. He goes left-hand side to Dier by his own goal line. He plays it out left-hand side to Udogie, and Reece James up against him, plays it off of him, out for a Chelsea throw-in. Well done. Chelsea throwing halfway inside their half. Gallagher collects it from the throw, plays it wide right to Palmer. Just does a little drag back away from Højbjerg and holds him off brilliantly well. Højbjerg ends up on the floor and gives up. Gallagher goes back to Dizazi. Enzo, looking for an out ball. He's got one to the feet of Jackson, who drops off to collect it. And Jackson now plays it wide left to Sterling. Corner penalty box. Sterling. Outside of him is Cucurella. But had a lot to do, Cucurella. And Pedro Porro shut him down and comes away with the ball, Porro. And now he just launches it high over the top, looking for Son against Dizazi. And Dizazi's got it covered off to Sanchez. Well done. Plays it first time to Reece James. Caicedo collects it. Plays it wide left and Cucurella's still there. He collects it. Sterling now, 20 yards from goal, just outside the penalty box. Right foot shot, deflected. Goalkeeper's read it, unlucky. But again, they're high line, Tottenham. All it takes is a run from probably just, I'd say, the bottom of the centre circle. Make the run and play the ball over the top and you're in. Emerson Royale, just outside his own penalty box. Into the feet of Højbjerg, then to Dier, and they've given it away. Udogie gives it away to Gallagher. Driving forward to the edge of the penalty box. Well done, Gallagher. Done really, really well to draw the foul from Basuma. And he's got one. Free kick, left corner of the penalty box, just outside of it. I say it's probably about 5 yards outside of it, but well done, Gallagher. He picked up the ball. We won it high, picks it up, and he sees the two players coming towards him, turns his back on them, side on, and expects it to come, and he gets his free kick. So with that, Gallagher and James are over it. It's around 5 yards outside the penalty box, probably about 20 yards from goal. And it's just wide of the box, 5 yards wide of it. Tottenham holding the defensive line on the penalty spot. James, one arm aloft, towards the back post. Blocked off. Disallowed, blocked off. And it goes out, straight out of play for Chelsea. For the Tottenham goal kick, and Pochettino's livid with that. It's a good delivery from Reece James, and no one followed it in. Anyway, Tottenham goal kick taken short again. Emerson Royale pressed by Gallagher. Pape Sarr collects it. Basuma back to his own box. Emerson Royale driving away from Gallagher again. And they play up to Kulusevski, but well done Disallowed, but he nicks it off of him, Kulusevski. Don't foul. Looking for a run of Son. Been covered off by Reece James and Thiago Silva. Well done, James. Covers him off and Silva mops up. And then Reece James against Kulusevski. Brilliantly well. Holds off him and Son. And then Disallowed has been caught from behind by Kulusevski. Draws the free kick. Chelsea free kick. Wide left. Gallagher over applauding Disallowed. Gets him up on his feet. Chelsea free kick. I'd say it's about 20 yards from the byline. So we go square to Silva. He plays it to Reece James. Casido with space to turn. Tottenham's line is literally halfway line. As it is. Cucurella. You've got Sterling on the left. Gallagher and Jackson over the top. And the ball's gone to Sterling in behind. Sterling driving forward to the penalty box. Defender dives in. Sterling shoots towards the far post. Headed away. Out to Enzo. Enzo pulled back, but the referee says nothing. And they're breaking now Højbjerg. Over the halfway line. 5 Chelsea players back. It comes out to Kulusevski. Kulusevski now driving up against Cucurella. Stops and holds the ball up back to Højbjerg. Back to Kulusevski. Cucurella goes to meet him. Playing a 1-2 and he's in behind Kulusevski. Trying to hold the ball up against Cucurella. He does for the time being, but Cucurella's done well to stand him up. Comes out to Basuma. He goes around Gallagher. Shots feeble. And it deflects off a Chelsea player. And Chelsea come away with it. Enzo finds Sterling. Trying to turn. He does. Sterling's away. 3-on-2 Chelsea. Sterling through the middle. Jackson to his left. Palmer to his right. He goes with Palmer, but the ball's awful. And Sterling draws the foul then from the defender. Sterling, my God. He's had 2 chances to play the right ball, Sterling. And Udogie's been booked already. And he's going off. The fullback has taken out Raheem Sterling. And Tottenham are down to 9 men. Second booking for Udogie. And they're down to 9, Tottenham. Sterling literally driving over halfway. He's got Jackson to the left. He's got Sterling Palmer to the right. And he's got Udogie and Dier. And he tries to play the ball and Udogie steps in front of Palmer. And as he does that, the ball deflects out to outside the penalty box on the left-hand side, on our right-hand side. Sterling goes straight after it and Udogie's alive to it and he goes lunging in and he catches Sterling and he goes down, Sterling, and the referee gives the free kick and with that they're down to 9. 2 players sent off. Chelsea, if we don't win this game now, so Pochettino, go for it now, attack them. Get your Mudryk on. So anyway, Chelsea have got a free kick taken short. James to Palmer, James to the byline. Cross comes in. Inside the penalty box. Oh, my God. What a clearance off the goal line from Højbjerg. James dinks the ball towards the penalty, inside the 6-yard box. He makes a little good run with Palmer. He dinks it up in the air. It comes off for Son. And Jackson is 5 yards out. And he heads it down. But he's got hardly any pace on it. And Højbjerg has got the goalkeeper in front of him just flapping his arms. And Højbjerg watching the ball just puts a knee up and he's just kneed it over the bar. And it's landed on the roof of the net. And he's celebrating like he just scored, Højbjerg. Chelsea's corner's away by Tottenham. It comes out to Casido. Acres of space with him and Cucurella. Keep playing it wide. Make the pitch big, and we're doing it now. It's gone back to Gallagher, right-hand side. Halfway inside their half. Palmer to James, over the top. Looking for Enzo, dead centre, but his control's all wrong and he's offside anyway. Enzo's gone down. He's actually sitting on the floor. He's shaking his head, Enzo. He's got a problem now. He's coming off. Mudryk is coming on for Enzo. Mikhailo Mudryk is coming on. Enzo, applauding all the Chelsea fans, walking off his own free will, not being helped or anything. But yeah, Enzo's coming off. So Mudryk, let's see how we line up now. Imagine if we don't win this game. Imagine the social media tonight. Imagine the YouTubers. Anyway, Enzo gives Mikhailo Mudryk a big hug. Mudryk comes on. So with that, Sterling goes to the right-hand side. Palmer goes up front with Jackson. Mudryk on the left-hand side. Chelsea with 4 up front. They play a long ball. And Silva heads it to Zazi. Finds Reece James. Back to Silva. So they're playing 4-2-4 Chelsea. Mikhailo Mudryk's first touch. And he plays Jackson in behind. Jackson breaking through. Jackson inside the penalty box. Oh, he's taken too many touches. It comes out to Palmer. Palmer shoots, the keeper saves it again. But now it's offside. Jackson took 1 touch too many. He got inside the penalty box. You're thinking the left-hand side of it, just shoot. And he takes 1 more touch and the keeper makes 2 good saves, to be fair. 2 real good saves. But yeah, Jackson's run is just too much. He's gone too soon. Big time. This is there for the taking. Goalkeeper's done really well, to be fair, with both. Anyway, he's taking his time to take his free kick, by the way. Chelsea fans, I can see, are in full voice. So he launches it forward. We're still playing with Son and Kulusevski up top. Tottenham. Chelsea win the first ball and second ball, and then Cucurella trying to win it. Kulusevski's got it halfway inside of our half. Cucurella just steps in and Kulusevski dives as if he's been shot. Referee's having none of it, so it's a throw into Tottenham. Porro to take it. Pochettino's reorganising his players here on the side of the pitch, pen in hand. He's got the message across to somebody. Right, Tottenham throwing. Porro. Well done, Gallagher. Basuma got the other side of Gallagher and played it back to Porro, and Gallagher was straight after him. Gallagher's been immense tonight. His work rate off the ball is really good. Anyway, Tottenham take the throw into Son. He plays at Kulusevski. He's trying to play a little dink ball and Chelsea win it off of him. Mudryk goes back to Zazi, edge of our penalty box. He plays it first time to Raheem Sterling. And they're playing this high line again. And now Palmer. Sterling's onside. Will the keeper get there? He just does. Sterling bottled it. Keeper managed to get the ball away. And they've given the ball away. Reece James to Casido. Back to Zazi. Thiago Silva centre circle. Into Gallagher's feet. Play the right ball over the top, and he does to Mudryk on the left-hand side. Brings it down, Mudryk. First chance to run, but he comes back inside to Gallagher. Gallagher, ball over the top to the right-hand side to James. He's found him. Chests it down, shoots low, James. Unlucky. Just past the far post. Good shot from James, unlucky. But Tottenham playing narrow, because I have to, and allowing us to space. Unlucky, James. But the ball's there the whole time. You think that Postecoglou would say to his players, just sit in. So they're making 2 more changes now, Tottenham. Bentancur's coming off, or coming on, and so is Skip. So who's going off? Kulusevski's going off. Their attacking players are going off. So Kulusevski's gone off for Bentancur. And Pape Sarr's coming off for Skip. So Tottenham's going to play a 4-3-1, I believe. With Son up front on his own. Anyway, come on Chelsea. Half hour to go. Plus injury time. There'll probably be a lot of it because there's a lot of niggles and stuff like that going on. Anyway. So, Tottenham launch it forward to the right-hand side. Cucurella's underneath it and wins a big header. Well done, Cucurella. Jackson's after it with Porro. Collects it inside his own half, Porro, and finds Basuma. He gives the, well done, Mudryk, up against Basuma. But no, referee's given a free kick because Basuma fell over. So Basuma's claiming to referee to book him, which I think is a booking anyway. But Tottenham got a free kick about 10 yards inside of our half on the right-hand side. Chelsea, just keep your discipline. Just keep your shape, keep your discipline, and just be free. Play open attacking football when we've got the ball. So Tottenham play it backwards to go forward, and they're looking at the ball over the top to Son in behind. Sanchez comes across, sees it out of play for a goal kick to Chelsea. So, plenty to say after the game, you can imagine, by the manager, Postecoglou. Who cares? So Chelsea play out, it comes out to Cucurella, and he gives it to Jack to Gallagher, finds Disallowed. Palmer, wide right is Raheem Sterling. It's actually Reece James. The ball is just ridiculous. Reece James has played a ball, a 40-yard ball forward to Sterling, who's nowhere. He's got no chance of getting that ball, and the ball's shocking. It's got to be better. It's gone back to Tottenham. We're pressing them, the goalkeeper and the defenders. We're trying to win it back off him, and Eric Dier finds himself at right back, and he plays the ball up the line. Silva and Disallowed are now looking after Son. They're stepping in front of him, and they're winning it every single time. So Caicedo collects the ball. Back to Disallowed, out to the right-hand side to Palmer, over the top now to Sterling, to the ball that he wants, and Sterling's in. Jackson's through the middle, but Højbjerg's got goal side of Sterling and plays the ball away. The ball held up a little bit. Palmer sort of played a little, it's like a sand wedge, if anything, with a bit of backspin on it. And Sterling was sort of waiting for it to come to his feet. Anyway, we take the throw in to Palmer, back to Caicedo. Caicedo goes back towards centre circle to Thiago Silva. Tottenham playing narrow, 4-3-1. Anyway, Mudryk up against two defenders. He tries to go round Pedro Porro and Bentancur. And then Bentancur's leading into Mudryk. Mudryk's fallen for it and just pulled him out of the way. And he's fallen over. The referee's given a free kick now. All the dirty tricks are going to come out now from Tottenham. So they're taking their time with the free kick now. It's just to the right-hand side of the penalty box. So Ange Postecoglou, league games since November 2020, he's played 52. He's won 44 and drawn 8. He's never lost a home game in 52 games. Let's hope that changes. Cucurella wins a good header again. Caicedo wins a second ball. Mudryk goes beyond two defenders and he's away. And he finds Jackson. The keeper comes out again early and gets the ball away. Just got to time that ball and we're in. Chelsea pick up defensively from the goalkeeper's clearance and Caicedo out to Cucurella. Mudryk's beyond him. Mudryk now driving forward up against two defenders, holds it up. Gallagher back out to Cucurella. Gallagher switch it to Reece James. Edge of the penalty box, controls it with his chest, brings it down, finds Caicedo. Cucurella, Mudryk, left corner of the penalty box. Flicks the ball towards the far post, half cleared. Caicedo wins it out to Reece James and Gallagher holds it up. Tottenham defending the edge of their box. Reece James' shot comes in. Højbjerg gets the ball away. Chelsea throw him. Chelsea corner even. Chelsea fans behind the goal rounded by the corner flag in full voice. Taken quickly by Palmer to Gallagher. Back to Caicedo. Back out to Palmer right on the right-hand side. Back to Cucurella. Thiago Silva, halfway inside their half. Camped inside their half. Tottenham just sitting narrow defensively. Chelsea need to play it wide quickly. Cucurella out to Mudryk. Collects it by the byline. Left foot cross. Straight out of play for a Tottenham goal kick. But Chelsea are too slow. You're right. Woodshedder were too slow again. So Pochettino's up. He's applauding. He's asking his players to come on. It's got to be quicker. Has to be quicker. No matter who we play against, Chelsea play their best football by playing the ball wide early and driving forward with late runs into the penalty box. That's what's going to win you this game. Come on. 25 plus injury time to go. The goalkeeper's taking all sorts of time and now he launches it forward towards the right back position and Porro sort of flicks it forward. It goes out of play to Cucurella. Take a throw in nice and quickly back to Thiago Silva. He squares it to Disallowed, who lets it go to Reece James, who collects it 10 yards inside of our half. And there's the high line again from Tottenham. Sterling, back to James. Disallowed, looking for Mudryk, and Mudryk goes. I think he's onside. Mudryk collects it. He isn't onside. He's offside. It's so easy to play. All you've got to do, if you're Mikhailo Mudryk, bearing in mind the pace that you've got, and Pochettino's fuming, is hold your line and just play it over the top. And Pochettino's livid. He's absolutely fuming. Just hold your line and make your run in behind because you're going to beat everybody else. But it's on the whole time. So Tottenham are taking their free kick. It's 10 yards inside their own half, right-hand side of the centre circle, and Dier dinks it forward to Bentancur, and he loses straight away to Cucurella. Jackson wins it to Palmer, tries to play a ball back-heeled to Sterling. Reece James collects it. Hold your run, Chelsea. And the run's Cucurella. And Cucurella's in. Cucurella inside the penalty box. Porro's trying to get back. He holds him up. Cucurella. He tries to shoot. Saved. Jackson. And Skip comes across. Cucurella, unlucky. He run out of steam by the looks of it. Anyway, Skip gets the ball away over halfway. Silva just reads it and just heads it down Disallowed. Disallowed. Back to James. Wide right is Palmer to collect it up against Emerson Royale, and he does. Does a little step over, holds on to it, Palmer. Back to Caicedo. Back out to Palmer. He's got Reece James on his overlap. Tries to play it to him, but it's been just telegraphed. And then James and Emerson Royale, and the goalkeeper's gone down hold onto his head. What's happened to the goalkeeper? But it was Cucurella made the run. Brilliant run. He's onside, Cucurella. Brilliant run from him. He heads it down inside the penalty box and he tries to take a touch, and Porro gets back in to block it. It comes off the goalkeeper's head from Cucurella. He turns back onto his right foot and his shot is and it's caught the goalkeeper right in the face. Brilliant block from the keeper. He comes out to Jackson. He wants to take one touch, and then by doing so, Skip gets in front and gets the ball away. The goalkeeper has kept him in the game. He's a good goalkeeper, the Tottenham keeper. So the minute he's sort of out on the floor on his back, he was up and sort of defending the second shot. So now Pochettino's grabbed hold of Gallagher and Mudryk. He's literally got him like in a bear hug. And he's saying to him, this, and this. And he's saying to his players, just wait, hold your run, make your run at the right time, and then play it. Like we just did there for Cucurella, he was in the whole time. Anyway. I know. Quick step, the thing is this to be added on at the end of the game anyway. He's now getting all this treatment, the goalkeeper. He's been good, though. I have to say, he's an impressive goalkeeper. So, he's got the highest save ratio so far, level tied with Alisson, 77.8%. Andre Onana, third on the list with 71%. You sure? Anyway, so Eric Dier's been having a chat to Postecoglou. He's now gone out and given his teammates instructions. The same with Gallagher at Chelsea. So after all that, it's a free kick for offside, and the goalkeeper launches it high. Silva tries to block off Son, and he does. So Disallowed's got a free header. He heads it back towards halfway. Tottenham wins second ball, and then James wins it in front of Emerson Royale, and it's a throw into Tottenham on the left-hand side. 5 yards inside of our half. Royale's taking his time, as you can imagine. He takes the throw of a 1-2 with Skip, who plays it up the line, and Chelsea read it. Son's chasing the back pass to Sanchez, who does well to play it out to Cucurella. Cucurella plays the ball into the feet of Mudryk. Turns away from Porro, but Porro pulls him back. That's a booking, referee. That's a booking. He's pulled his arm back. You got a booking for that. He hasn't. Anyway, Chelsea free kick right on the halfway line, and Gallagher plays a raking ball to Raheem Sterling, and Sterling's saying, what are you doing? I'm not even there. And now Pochettino's gone mad at Gallagher. Chelsea just wasting possession here. Just get your focus, play your football, and win this game. So, Tottenham got themselves a throw-in. Halfway inside their own half here. Emerson Royale's taking his time. They're now playing Højbjerg as a centre-back next to Dier with Emerson Royale as the left-back. So Chelsea done well to press him here. It's gone back out of play for a throw into Tottenham again. Royale up the line to nobody. Reece James free-header. Heads it down to Caicedo. Good control first touch to Thiago Silva. Plays it out left-hand side here to Mudryk. Mudryk now up against Porro with Skip supporting him. Bad first touch from Mudryk. Really bad first touch. And he runs straight into the defender. Come on, Mudryk. Get your head. Get your head right. Come on, mate. Porro's making a moon of it. Eventually gets up. Every time he wins a challenge, he's like this to the fans, Porro. He's like, yes, I've done my job. Honestly, he's awful. He's such a... Honestly. Anyway... It's like, please like me, fans. Please like me. Please like me. You twat. Anyway, goalkeeper takes a long goal kick. And now Bentancur or Son goes down. Sonny's been caught by Cucurella, he hasn't, and they help each other up. Silva mopped up and plays at Caicedo, finds Palmer. Palmer drops in and says, give me the ball to Disallowed. Disallowed gives it to him. Palmer, ball over top left-hand side, looking for Mudryk. Ball's too short. Cut off by Porro, but Gallagher's trying to step in front and Porro's away. Cucurella's done well to get back on side and win the challenge. And Porro's gone down again. Claiming he got caught by Cucurella now. And Cucurella's mouthing him off. Well done, Cucurella. You tell him. Did he catch him or not? Oh, he's hardly touched him. Honestly. Just play the ball quick, Chelsea. That's all you got to do. Play intricate passes, 1-2s, give and goes. Tottenham come forward. Bentancur can only find Thiago Silva. Gallagher's mopping up. Done well to hold off the challenge from Bentancur and finds Disallowed. Outside of our penalty box, goes 12 yards in front of him to James. He comes forward to the right-hand side here to Sterling. Tottenham's holding a high line. Palmer trying to play a 1-2 with Sterling, but the ball's poor. Højbjerg back to the goalkeeper. And the keeper launches it out to his right-hand side again. Cucurella's got the freedom to bring the ball down, and he does. And goes back to Sanchez. Sanchez out to Disallowed. Disallowed should now find James, but he finds Caicedo. Now Caicedo finds James. Right-hand side, halfway line. Palmer says, give him the ball. Back to James. There's a run. Cucurella again. Caicedo. Tottenham are pushing their line up again. And now Dier's trying to hold Jackson offside. Jackson, you can't go there, mate. Look at your run. Jackson's... We're in. Sterling's in. He's onside. Sterling, right inside the penalty box. He's got Jackson square. Finds Jackson. Jackson scores. Does it count? It counts. Come on. Get in. And he points at his badge, and he's doing this to the Chelsea fans and Reece James as well. And the goal stands. It's Tottenham 1, Chelsea 2. Now, 5 seconds before that, Jackson was making his run, and he was trying to get a ball over the top, but he made his run early, and he was off. So Reece James never played it. So Jackson sort of made the run 10 yards and just did this and threw his arms about, then got back on side, and the ball over the top from James. It went from Palmer to James, and Sterling makes his run, and James slides him in down the right wing, and Sterling, to his credit, he collects the ball. He literally takes a touch just outside the box, into the box, squares it. To be fair, he puts some pace on that ball. Squares it to Jackson. Jackson, left foot, strikes it home just inside the far post. And it's 2-1 Chelsea. Imagine if we hadn't scored. That is all you've got to do, is play the ball wide and play the ball quick. And that's it. And James done it. But to be fair to Pochettino, when the goal went in, he went like that, and then he sort of thought twice about doing it. But they're now checking offside. About Jackson being offside when the first ball's played. No, they're looking at Sterling. Sterling's miles onside. He's onside, so the goal's going to stand. Jackson scores. 2-1 Chelsea. Come on now. Come on now. Now let's get a couple more. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's been confirmed. The goal's been confirmed. So Sterling and Jackson, so they're having a big hug and all that, but Sterling's sort of saying to him, look, you've got to time your... You can see him. I can see him saying to him, you've got to time your run. He's only 22, Jackson, don't forget. Let's not go over the top on this bloke. So with that, Reece James is now going to come off. Pardon me if you heard that. Apologies. He's coming off. And Malo Gusto is coming on. So with that, Gallagher gets the armband. So James having a word with Mudryk. Good change for us. Don't need to risk James anymore. So James, well done, Reece James. He's given Mudryk, he's given him a big old bear hug, and he's given him some advice. He's done the same to Gusto. They're saying to him, are you all right? And he's saying, yeah, he's still fine. Anyway, Tottenham kick off. Emerson Royale, left-hand side, up the line. Sterling's fouled him. Drawn the foul. It's a free kick to Tottenham, about 20 yards inside of our half, left-hand side. Tottenham now going to take their time and push their players up for it. Chelsea do need... I know they've only got 9 players, and it sounds ridiculous to say it, but the way this game is going, we need a second, we need another goal, third. So Chelsea holding a line that's about 5 yards outside of our penalty box. They got Son, Bentancur and Eric Dier up there, but Eric Dier's up there against Conor Gallagher, and now Højbjerg, they've got a man over far post. Ball comes in, flicked onto the far post, and Dier scores. But he's offside. I just said they got a man over back post, and the cross come in, it got flicked on. They're trying to say it's a Chelsea player that got the head on the ball, but as the ball's flicked forward, Dier's offside. So Chelsea have headed it onto the head of Bentancur, and it's gone to... Yeah, it was him. Bentancur flicked it forward. And Eric Dier's back post, and to be fair, on the volley, he's just volleyed it into the far corner. Brilliant finish. But this was Bentancur. Bentancur got his head to the ball first. It comes off of Silva's head, but the motion is that Bentancur's headed it forward first. And with that, he's offside. I'm looking at VAR's pictures, and he's miles offside. He's offside. He's got to be offside. What am I looking at now? They're showing an angle. One of the angles doesn't... It's a bit dodgy. Christ alive, what a game this is. This is a shocking game. It's just one of them games where it'll go down in like history as just the... Like somebody said earlier, you had the Battle of the Bridge. This is like the second coming. Anyway, what they're doing, they're looking at what they're looking at now. They give this goal. My God. Imagine it. If they give this goal, it's just a joke. It's an absolute joke if they give this goal. You know, they're taking their time to review it here. Gallagher's talking to Eric Dier. Now looking at Dyer's position. He's offside. So when the cross comes in, it's literally by a penalty spot. And Bentancur jumps with Disallowed and Silva. And Bentancur gets the first touch on the ball, flicking it forward. And it comes off of Silva's head after. Offside. He is offside. Thank Christ for that. Jesus Christ alive. We've got 10 minutes of normal time to go, plus what seems like 87 minutes injury time and VAR checks. Anyway, Chelsea with possession. We play it out from the back, out to Gusto. Gets a good first touch, goes back to Zazi, to Silva under pressure from Son. Cucurella, get the ball away, plays it off of Bentancur. Chelsea throw-in. About 25 yards from our own byline. We go back to Silva. Silva turns away from Son. Well done. Now to Cucurella. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Oh, Jesus, and we do. Son's in between the two of them trying to shut them down. I thought, Christ, don't give it away. Dizazi plays it out to Gusto. Holds up the ball. Held back by Skip, but Sterling picks up the loose ball. And Sterling dribbling through. He's gone through two of them, three of them. Still holds onto the ball, but eventually crowded out. And now Casido goes in, but then Sterling falls down or they're saying that Emerson Royale goes down on a heap and says that Sterling fouled him. Referee's fallen for it, and it's a Tottenham free kick, 4 yards inside their own half, left-hand side of the centre circle. Højbjerg playing the centre half to take it, and he launches one high, trying to catch Sanchez off his line, and he collects it on his 6-yard box. He rolls it straight out to Malo Gusto. Gusto holds it up, back to Disallowed, edge of the penalty box. Disallowed, don't sit on this, go for another one. Sanchez now plays it out to Cucurella, collects it on the turn and plays it inside to Casido. Shut down by Skip, plays a good early ball to Palmer, playing inside Palmer, and he comes away with the ball. Driving forward out to this right-hand side, left-footed out to Gusto. Jackson's holding the position offside again. Now he steps inside to go back out. Palmer, he's playing it square to Casido. Tottenham's high line again. Chelsea now going to work it to the left-hand side. And we do with Cucurella. Over halfway. Now Mudryk halfway inside their half. Up against Porro, one-on-one. Does a step over or 2 or 3. Drives forward Mudryk. Tries to get a ball in the box, blocked away. And then plays it back towards the defender. Cucurella. He's been caught, Mudryk. He's on the floor. Referee saying play on. Cucurella now collects it. Back to Gallagher. 30 yards from goal. Casido. Wide right is Sterling. Corner of the penalty box. He's got Jackson on his inside. He's got Casido square. Goes back to Malo Gusto. Back to Disallowed. Disallowed. Out to Gusto. Gusto to Sterling on the byline. Royale goes to meet him. Back to Gusto. Back to Disallowed. Tottenham sort of pushing out. Disallowed back to Sanchez. He's got Son after him, so plays it first time to Silva. Out this left-hand side to Cucurella. Cucurella looking for a ball over the top, but holds it up and goes back to Silva. Cucurella waited too long. Because he waited too long, they were offside. Casido, Palmer. Halfway inside our own half here. Disallowed, wide right goes Malo Gusto. Ball over the top to Sterling in behind, and he can't get there because Emerson Royale deflects it back to the keeper. Keeper then half volleys it. Back out to the way it came, and it goes out for a Chelsea throw-in. 10 yards inside Tottenham's half now. Shepherd, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. So, Gusto to take the throw, and he does, and he goes back to Disallowed. Disallowed, square to Thiago Silva, bottom of the centre circle. Silva, wide left to Mudryk now. He's got Jackson inside of him. Mudryk comes off the byline, tries to play a ball inside to Palmer, blocked off by Tottenham, and then Palmer catches Emerson Royale, goes down like he's been shot. Old jelly legs. He's gone over. As soon as he gets touched, he's off his feet on the floor, honestly. Anyway, come on, Chelsea. Keep going. 6 minutes plus injury time to go. Tottenham taking the free kick short. Højbjerg to Dier, into Skip, and Gallagher's after him, trying to shut him down. Unlucky Gallagher. Højbjerg turns away, looking for an out ball, and he has to go wide left. And they got space, believe it or not. 9 men have got space with Emerson Royale, but well done Sterling. He gets back in to hold him up. Just inside of our half. Inside to Son, under pressure back to Højbjerg. Basuma, centre circle, out left-hand side now. I think it's Bentancur. Inside to Basuma. Bentancur goes one more to his left. Emerson Royale. Skip and Son and Pedro Porro on the edge of our penalty box. Emerson Royale holds it up as well. Bentancur. Back to Højbjerg. Play it back out to the left-hand side to Royale. And Gusto goes out to him. Just hold him up. No challenge. He goes to step in and Royale just falls over. And again, the referee gives a free kick. It's basic rules of football or basic coaching. When a player is playing out on the wing, stand up and make them play the ball. Don't dive in and give stupid free kicks away. That's exactly what Gusto's just done. And they got a chance to get it in the box now. Jesus Christ alive. Anyway, so Tottenham got themselves a free kick, 25 yards from goal, right out on the byline. Porro's over it. Dier, Royale, Bentancur, Son are there. One arm aloft from Porro. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. It evades everybody apart from Bentancur, and he can't get his body. All he had to do was literally make a contact with the ball. He makes a run in between Gallagher, and Cucurella just stands and watches him, and he heads it down away from goal. Cucurella's got the cheek to turn around and go, what are you doing? It was your man. Big chance for Tottenham and they just missed it. He headed it down from 6 yards. All it do was make proper contact with the ball and it had been in. But he headed it wide. Jesus. Chelsea come out of the ball again. It's like comic capers, this game. Chelsea with possession now. Up to halfway. Back to the centre-backs. Under pressure now. Tottenham got 4 players gambling to try and shut us down. We're playing through. Palmer collects it. He's got a man over. It's Gusto making a run from deep. Gusto driving forward. Jackson's in the middle. Gusto squares it. Looking for Jackson. Porro steps in and gets the ball away. Unlucky. But Gusto made the run 15 yards from inside his own half. Palmer spotted it. Played it in between defenders and Gusto was there. And that's the run all day long. Don't make your run from the halfway line because you get caught offside. Dearie me. I've not been like this for ages doing commentary. My God. So, Chelsea take their time with the corner short. Palmer to Gallagher. Back to Caicedo. Malo Gusto. Top of the centre circle inside their half. Goes one more out. Caicedo. He goes back out wide to Palmer. Sterling's got Gallagher on the overlap. Sterling comes inside. Tries to dribble through defenders where he's just playing easy ball and Tottenham win it back and they're trying to play out now. Bentancur. 2 Chelsea players around him. Going to play for the free kick. He doesn't. Silva's done well to just hold it up and go to Zazi. Caicedo, Gallagher, Silva. Tottenham are pressing high. They're gambling to go forward. Basuma's just caught Gallagher off the ball. Referee's noted it. Play on because Gallagher found Silva. Gone out to Gusto. Just holding up possession. Zazi, Caicedo. Tottenham on the halfway line. Mudryk is free. Left-hand side. He's been sort of... Look who's pulled back. So the goal... Oh, Mudryk has put it on the goalkeeper. Mudryk has caught the goalkeeper. As the goalkeeper cleared it, he's getting booked for it, Mudryk. And Tottenham are now all going on at the referee about getting him sent off. Mudryk is, honestly... He made the run forward and the goalkeeper come out and cleared it. And he's put it on the goalkeeper for no reason, Mudryk. I don't know why he's done it. But the ball's on the whole time. Caicedo, good ball to Mudryk, but it's a bit beyond him. So did he put one on him or did he try to jump over the keeper? Let's have a look. Oh, he's gone in to try and challenge for the ball, Mudryk, but he's left his foot there. And as the keeper's cleared it, he's caught the keeper on the inside of his knee, basically. And he got booked for it. Rightly so. It's a stupid challenge from Mudryk. But the ball again, there was no backspin on it from Caicedo. It's just played full. So as soon as it bounces away and it's off. So if he puts them... So Vicario is now like in agony. So Udogie was coming on for Chelsea. Madueke, Badiashile still on the bench. But Udogie was going to come on. Who's going to come on for? Let's have a look. So Washington's on the bench still. There'll be loads of added time on this game. This half, it'll be another 8-9 minutes again. I wouldn't speak too soon, Clinton. We need a... It sounds so ridiculous to say it, but Tottenham down to 9 men. With us being 2-1 up, we still need another goal. It's just Sterling's coming off. Udogie was coming on. So, dare I say it, Mauricio Pochettino is shoring up our midfield against 9 men. It's 9 minutes of injury time as well. 9 minutes. 12 minutes at the end of the first half. 9 minutes at the end of this half. Jesus, honestly, these games are never dull. Tottenham-Chelsea, Chelsea-Tottenham is never, ever dull. There's always needle. Anyway, so Udogie comes on. So is the goalkeeper all right now? Oh, he's fine now. He's just sitting there in agony a minute ago, rolling about onto his knee. Now he's fine to take his free kick with the same knee, by the way. And he launches it forward. Chelsea don't win the first ball, but win the second one. And Caicedo, great first touch out wide right to Gusto. Driving forward, Gusto, halfway inside of our own half, and he holds up possession, and he goes back to Sanchez. Get rid of it first time, and he does. Well done. Just launches it up in the air. And then Palmer just put an arm out to Emerson Royale. As we all know, he's got like glass for legs. Just falls over. Honestly. So it's another free kick. We're giving away stupid free kicks now. We've got to literally just stop it. No free kicks. Don't give them a chance to get the ball in the box. Chelsea hold the line 5 yards outside the penalty box, 35 yards out the free kick. Comes in towards the back post. Udogie gets the first header. They head it forward towards the back post, and then a deflection falls right into the feet of Thiago Silva. Son can't believe it, and Silva gets the ball away. Tottenham throwing 10 yards inside their own half, left-hand side. Chelsea, one ball over the top, we get a third. Simple as that, because they're gambling now, Tottenham. Well done, Conor Gallagher. He's still working his arse off to shut things down. They took a short throw and he went and closed it down and put it out for another throw. So Tottenham go back to Højbjerg inside the centre circle. Emerson Royale makes a run forward. He's allowed to win a free header down to Bentancur. Left-hand side. He has to hold it up and go back to Bissouma. Højbjerg, 25 yards out. They got a ball left-hand side. Bentancur. Cross comes in. Blocked first by Gusto's thigh. Up in the air. He then volleys the ball away for a Tottenham throw-in. How are they dominating us now with 9 men? Come on, Chelsea. You've got to do better than this. Smash the like button for me, people. Their throw-in's gone back to Højbjerg. Bentancur's gone back to the defender. Mudryk is after him and he play it out to Skip. One more to Porro, but Cucurella's there to win it off of him and he's drawn the foul from Porro. Well done, Cucurella. Well done. Chelsea free kick. 10 yards inside of our own half here. Thiago Silva comes walking out. Just picks the ball up. Does the old spin. 5 yards in front of him. Directing traffic, Silva. He's told Udogie to move away and he plays it left-hand side to Mudryk. Jackson's after him for a ball. Palmer's on his own, unmarked. No, Udogie lost possession. They find Son. Son driving forward up against Dizazi. He's gone round him, Son. Oh, my God. Saved by Sanchez. What a chance for Son and what a save by Sanchez. Down to his left-hand side. It was going in as well. One chance for Son. That's all he needed. Good save, Sanchez. Full stretch, that massive body of his. And it cuts back to Chelsea possession and Palmer's finding Gallagher. Gallagher's in, right-hand side. He's onside. Into Jackson. Jackson scores again! And it's 3-1! Come on! Excuse me. We see the replay. So Pochettino's shouting at his players about something. But I'm seeing the replay of Son. The possession, the camera's cut back to Chelsea possession and Cole Palmer is 5 yards inside of our half, right out on the byline. He collects the ball and there's 2 Tottenham defenders that crowd around him. With that, Conor Gallagher, from 15 yards inside his own half, makes a run between defenders and Palmer plays him down the line. And Gallagher's away. And Gallagher takes one touch towards the edge of the penalty box, looks to play it square, finds Jackson, and Jackson side foots it home. To be fair, the goalkeeper's been outstanding for Tottenham. He's got to do better than that. But he's played it square, Gallagher, and Jackson, first time, slots the ball home to make it Tottenham 1, Chelsea 3. They have fallen apart. Romero's lost his head. The other fullback's lost his head. And Chelsea, Postecoglou loses for the first time in 53 games. Tottenham's unbeaten run is all over. Now, Emerson Royale's fallen down again on the far side. Tottenham trying to play through our midfield. Oh, my God. So Bentancur has played for a free kick with Casido. Just dived and the referee's bought it. So Tottenham got themselves a free kick now. Tottenham are literally 30 yards from goal, dead centre. Spurs are crowding the referee here. I bet Postecoglou can't. He's sounding looking a bit baffled, Postecoglou. Anyway, Bissouma, I think he's been booked. So Porro's over this free kick. Udogie got booked for a stupid free kick he gave away. So Pedro Porro to take the free kick for Tottenham. He dinks it towards the back post. They head it through. They got a free header, Dier, but well done. Chelsea block it off. Udogie gets the ball away. It is offside. I thought it was offside the first ball in, and it was. So we got ourselves 3 minutes of injury time to go.
losing Van de Ven, their centre-back, is massive for Tottenham. It's huge. He makes a big difference there to them. Anyway, Chelsea possession high, and well done, Chelsea, pressing the goalkeeper. And Mudryk up against Pedro Porro, who've done well to try and win back possession. And then Basuma comes away with the ball. No challenge to Udogie. He's done well there. Well done. Basuma can't believe it. Udogie got goal side and did well, going back to the goalkeeper. So Caicedo collects the ball. He's dead centre, halfway inside of our half, and gives it to Gallagher, who's pressed straight away by Højbjerg. Out to Caicedo and Palmer. Ball over the top, and Jackson's in for his hat-trick. Jackson, he's got Mudryk to his left. Jackson just goes around the keeper, feints to play it to Mudryk, and puts it home for his hat-trick. And it's Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4. And Jackson gives it the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration as well, which is a bit shocking. But well played, Chelsea. Honestly, fantastic. Just open up their high line again. So what was Tottenham's downfall was Højbjerg went pressing, and it come to Palmer, and he's collected the ball first time, Palmer, and he's probably about 15 yards inside of our own half on the right-hand side, and he plays it first time, and Jackson's through. And what Jackson does with Mudryk, he drives forward, Jackson, and you think he's going to play it to Mudryk, and he sort of feints to do so, and the goalkeepers end up on the floor, and Jackson and the defender goes towards Mudryk, and Jackson just literally holds on to it, just goes to the right-hand side of the goalkeeper and slots it home to make it 4-1. Postecoglou looking at the floor like this. So a lot of the post-match on social media from Tottenham fans, there'll be people out there that are saying that this game, it turned on all this sort of stuff. A game's there to be won. Let's not forget that Chelsea only went in the lead about, 15 minutes ago, if that. So we got possession. Cucurella, ball over top to Mudryk, in behind Porro Mudryk, and he's away. Mudryk driving towards the goal. Mudryk, left-hand side, pulls it back. Jackson, he skied it over the bar. From the penalty spot, Jackson is too greedy, and he's got Cole Palmer next to him. But Jackson's got a hat-trick for Chelsea. 2 side foots home from great runs, and Chelsea fans are having a disco in the away end. But well done, Mudryk. Great run. In behind Porro. That left corner penalty box to the byline. You think he's going to shoot, and he pulls it back towards the penalty spot. And Jackson, Chelsea fans celebrating and dancing in the stands. Ball over the top. The referee blows up. The final whistle was gone. The battle of the Tottenham Stadium is over. Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4. And what you have to say, and a lot of Tottenham fans will come out and they'll moan, they'll complain, they'll say the referee and VAR changed the game and all this sort of stuff. Romero lost his head big time in the game, and he made to suffer for it. The fullback, 2 bookings. Chelsea did what they had to do. They went out, started off badly, considered the goal, deflected goal from Kulusevski off the back of Colwill to go 1-up. They had a goal disallowed from Son, which was offside, rightly so. But then from that moment, Chelsea then kicked on, and Chelsea got themselves a foothold in the game through midfield and started creating them problems. With our own goal disallowed to begin with, we then had obviously the issue with the VAR decision on Romero for going through the ball and really catching Enzo Fernandez, and that was intent. He was rightly given the red card and the penalty. Cole Palmer scores it. And then from that moment on, they're down to 10 men. And Chelsea, they still made it difficult for us, Tottenham, but Chelsea did what they had to do. But we were lacking the final ball. We were lacking just tempo. And then obviously we then get it. And we start doing what I kept saying we needed to do at half-time. Play it quickly, play it wide, play it forward at pace, and just unlock the door. We tried about 20 times in that second half to play the right ball over the top or in behind, and we got it right about 4 times. And the 4 or 5 times we got it right, that was it. And we literally then obviously done it. So Pochettino is on the pitch, congratulating his players, and obviously having a little bit of embrace with his ex-Tottenham players as well, especially with Son. But, so, they're going to moan, they're going to complain like merry hell about the decisions that were made. But when the Tottenham fans are in the stadium watch that game again, or see the highlights again, they're going to see the reason why both their players were sent off. A lack of discipline from Tottenham, which is what we've seen before, you have to say that. They made it difficult for us, but Chelsea, with numbers, were always going to get their chances, and we did. And we were, believe it or not, we were, what's what I'm looking for? Productive. Clinical. There you go, clinical. So, anyway, Tottenham's unbeaten run is gone. Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4. 2 players sent off for Spurs. Nicholas Jackson hat-trick and Cole Palmer again. And the thing was, at 2-1, Son had a massive opportunity, and to his credit, Sanchez makes an absolute worldie save down to his left-hand side with Son going the other way. So you imagine, as Son drives across the penalty box from one side to the other, the goalkeeper moves his body across to cover him, and he goes down and full stretch full stretch Sanchez with a big save, and Chelsea scores shortly after that to make it 3, and then Jackson scores to make it 4. So, Tottenham's unbeaten run is over. Big statement from Chelsea. We did not start well enough in that game. We had a big problem in that game in the beginning because Tottenham were doing a number on our right-hand side. Reece James wasn't getting support from Cole Palmer. They were 2-on-1 in that particular position with Brennan Johnson on that left-hand side and Maddison working his way over there. But as soon as we got to grips with that and the grip of the game in midfield, that was it. Chelsea did much better. So, what I will say is that there were moments in that game, the first 10-15 minutes, which were worrying, concerning from Chelsea's point of view and from Mauricio Pochettino's point of view, 100%, because they were doing a number on us, Tottenham. You got to give them credit for that. They got the goal. They got a goal disallowed as well for offside, but they were doing a number on Chelsea, and we couldn't cope with it on that right-hand side. Once we got to grips with it, and we sort of kicked on through midfield, the likes of Gallagher working his arse off, the likes of Caicedo winning challenges, Enzo as well, putting ourselves in those positions, began to really tell in that game. And we then sort of kicked on. Yes, again, the red cards, it's their own fault. Romero's Romero. You wind him up and he loses his head. He does it all the time. Tottenham fan at work, one of my good mates actually at work, Tottenham fan, he says the same thing. Romero's been calm of late. I said to him, what do you think about Romero? How would you play against him? And I said to him, I'll be in his ear, winding him up the whole time. Maybe put one on him early, give him a bit of a nudge or a bit of a pinch. And he said that he's been really calm under Postecoglou of late, but he's got that in his locker. And we've all seen it today. He got away with one with a lash out. Memphis Silva he caught Colwell, and then he got done by a stupid decision, a reckless challenge with intent. He knew what he was doing, Romero. He knew 100% what he was doing, and he went off for it. And that's his own fault. He's representing Spurs. It's down to him. He lost the game for them, basically. And then the fullback, who was already booked for a stupid challenge, went in on Sterling when he should have just stood up and played it. But he didn't. So Chelsea come away with a massive 3 points. Now, I put a video up the other day, and I said, you're a fool to write off Chelsea. Do not write Chelsea off against Tottenham, is what I said. And a lot of people were like, I'm with you. Oh, I can't see it. And there was still doom and gloom. Have a look at the video and read the comments. But what I will say is, we've beaten Tottenham. And we got big games coming up. The next one, Man City at home. Massive game. I'm hoping to be back from a weekend away to the live match commentary. I might be hungover, but I might be able to do it. I'm not sure because I've been away the weekend, but I will try and hope. So, guys, let me just read some of your comments. So let's have a look. We'll keep this stream going for a little bit longer. So, Let's have a look on here. So, Mark, get in there. Andy, yes, come on, Chelsea, bring the points home. Woodshed, don't forget Madison came out. Romero and the other bloke was suspended. No way they keep positive after this. Drinks on Terry because he put a $500 bet on Chelsea. Brilliant Jackson, good lad, says Andy. Mezzi says yes. Terry, oh yes, but more importantly, bragging rights. Woodshed, the first hat-trick since Mason Mount against Norwich. Andy, congratulations, Jackson, on the hat-trick. KRF at 008 says, don't write Chelsea off. Exactly what I've been saying. Jane, Spurs should look at Romero behaviour, not worry about VAR. Andy, happy days, brilliant Chelsea. Dave Vincent, thanks for your wonderful commentary. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Woodsheller, you know the joke about North London and icicles. Andrew Dale, up the Chelsea. Rabba, how are you? So, what's good about Chelsea? Mezzi Fizzle, how are you, mate? We ate Tottenham, Chelsea, LOL. That's for last year. Let's hope we can build on it. Andrew Dale again. Hopefully Jackson gets a blast of confidence for that now. Andy, that Spurs home record gone. Super Chelsea do it up again to Chelsea. Deji B, what a game. Fab commentary again. Top man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Blue Army. What a shame we dropped 5 points last 2 matches. Let's hope we stuff City. Andy, super commentary. Thank you, mate. Jane, thanks, Daft, as always. Brilliant commentary. Thank you. Adios to you, Jane. Tom, LOL, what have I watched? I'm happy we won, but at the same time, what were we doing? The Keeganator. What did I just watch? That's what we all think, basically. Carve, 3-point lane once more. Mezzi, all the Sky Sports pundit laughed at Paul Merson when he said we'll beat Tottenham. Jaburu Joe, I can't believe how someone could play so badly and still get a hat-trick. The scoreline flatters us. Well, it doesn't really. Scottish Joe, weirdest game of the season. Hat-trick 0-3. Well. Yes, woohoo. Dara says incredible. Lindsay says deserved win, no other result acceptable. Hat-trick well deserved too. Sterling was on point tonight. So, Chelsea fans, are we going to see some positivity now on social media tomorrow, on other YouTubers' channels? Are we going to see the well, it was only because they were down to 9 men. It was only because of this. We didn't do this right. We didn't do this right. In a game like that, which is always going to end up being like a battle of the bridge, the second, like the sequel, and that's what it turned into, basically. It's a time for cool heads, and Chelsea tried to just keep playing their football. Tottenham, of course, tried to play their football too, but when you've got players like Romero in your team, it's so easy to play against. Just wind him up, put one on him. So Thiago Silva did that, and he reacted, and then, his head was already gone. And that's the thing in football. You got to just keep your head. And Romero's head was gone. He lost it. He saw Enzo Fernandez about to control that ball in the penalty box, and he's come in and just gone straight through him. They both. I think the important thing to remember in that incident with the penalties, they both made contact with the ball. So yes, Romero made contact with the ball, but he knew the way that he struck that ball, the ball wasn't his intention. His intention was Enzo. And he's on the floor, he's sort of gone in, and he's sort of low down. He sort of flung himself at the challenge, and he's caught Enzo at the bottom of his shin, above his ankle. That's how high his foot is, and he deserved it. So I don't see what people are going to come out and say, and all this nonsense about, it was never a penalty, never a sending off. It's just bullshit. Of course it is, 100%. If that happened to us, if we had one of our defenders do that, you'd be thinking, what are you doing? So, and then the other thing to note is, I can't pronounce the bloke, the right back's surname, and I apologise if I got it wrong the whole game. But the young fullback there, he got himself booked in the first half, and he's living dangerously. Now, it might be the fact that Tottenham feel as though they've got to throw everything at the game because, they're in danger of being, they're outnumbered anyway. But to know that you're down to 10 men already, and you block off, Sterling went running through the middle with a 3-on-2 situation. You had him and Dier, I think it was, as the two defenders up against Sterling. So Sterling's running through. He's got Jackson to his left. He's got Palmer, I think it was, to his right. And he waits and chooses Palmer. But he plays the ball so poorly, Sterling, that it allows the fullback, I won't even try and pronounce his name again, to step in and block the attempted pass by Sterling. But because it comes off of him and it sort of bounces away from him 10 yards to the left, Sterling's alive to it because he's kept his run going, and he sees him making the run, and he just throws himself at the ball. At Sterling. He just throws himself at him. and he catches Sterling, and it's another booking. And the referee's got no choice. The referee's sort of standing there just going. So, 2 reds. Jackson gets his hat-trick. So, the Keegan, I feel so much for Casino, who's about to silence the haters. Lewis, such a weird game, but excited for the win and for Jackson's hat-trick. Luigi says happy to win. Andy, well done, Poch. You've got your fans on your side now. Mr. Basir says, to be fair, we could have scored 3, even when Spurs had 11 men on the pitch. We just turned the game around after the Spurs offside. Abaro, happy for the win, but honestly, this will be our worst performances ever. Oh, my Christ. Abaro, go to bed. What are you doing? Mezzi, to be fair, I think Levi lost it. It was good to see us not go down to 10. He did. He did lose the plot. So the stats disappeared off the screen. I can't read the stats out to you. Abaro, this must have been our luckiest game ever. Abaro, why was it lucky? So you can only play against the team that you play against. And if the team you play against just crumble and lose their heads and get 2 players sent off, I think I do not agree with your comment, Abaro. With all due respect, I think you're talking nonsense. Anyway, more people in the chat. Let me know what you think of the game. Let's change the headline. I've just got to change the oh. It's good to see that. So the title of this video, this stream has now changed. So Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4. I haven't done it right, though. It's atrocious grammar. Anyway. So, hat-trick. This could be a big confidence boost for us to look at who we beat and when we beat them. So, people that have been coming. It had been coming. We outplayed Liverpool and should have beat them. We outplayed Arsenal and should have beat them. We didn't because of mistakes we made. Someone had this coming. And I had every confidence that Chelsea would go to Tottenham tonight and deliver a good performance because we had players back. That midfield 3, Gallagher, Casido and Pochettino and Fernandes has been outstanding. The 3 of them, since they clicked together, those 3 working their asses off in midfield, winning challenges, just winning back possession and playing it early into likes of Palmer and Sterling is making a difference. But Palmer has been good, mate. Really, really good. Moses, how are you? It's a derby. What do people expect? Exactly. Myrmidon says both the teams tried their best not to win this game. Fortunately, we lost it. We lost it and won the game. I don't understand that comment, I have to say. It's confused me. Myrmidon. Trying to pronounce your name as well is not great. So smash the like button for me, people. Chelsea got a massive 3 points, takes us to 15 points, but up to 10th in the Premier League. Shinat says, it shows one thing, the young players keep learning so their lads didn't crumble and rise. So, we're a young team. That's why you're Chelsea daft, Abaro. How rude. How rude, honestly. Games are there to be won, mate. So, Abaro, let me ask you a question. Before this game was played out, would you take a 4-1 Chelsea win with Tottenham down to 9 men, yes or no? Would you take a scrappy 1-0 win where we played crap and just get a goal deflect off somebody's arse just to win the 3 points? Because what you have to remember, Abaro, is all or nothing. It's 3 points. We don't want to draw. God forbid we lost the game and go 17 points behind Tottenham. But we won the game. Any win is massive right now for this group of players and for this team. So Clem says it, we're getting better and stronger. Nugget C137 says we're 3 wins away from top 4. Let's go. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just focus on the now. Now Brentford was a glitch because Brentford played a low block. They played a massive low block. They played no further than 30 yards away from their goal line defensively. Even the attacking players played no higher than 30 yards away from the goal line. And they just sat with 5 players on the edge of their penalty box with with the 3 midfielders in front, the 2 up front, and just condensed the space and made us play wide. And as soon as we played wide and got the ball in the box, it was just crowded out. And we have to work out how to play against teams that play a low block. But the likes of the Tottenhams, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, they will play open and play out against us. Man City will play open and against us. You know, the Newcastles will play open and against us. So all I'd say is there's a long way to go. This team's got a long way to go. But we're beginning to see the makings of something that could be special in the next few years as the players develop together. If we can keep the main nucleus of this team and this squad together, that can all grow together through their early 20s into their mid-20s, into their late 20s, imagine what we can do as a football team. You know, let's just focus this season on getting some sort of European competition, whether it's the Conference League, the Europa League, I don't care. Let's just get ourselves up there and then we go again next year. So people just need to have this mentality that it is a project and a work in progress. You can't expect to have a team of youngsters like this, who the majority are youngsters, to come in, hit the ground running and go and challenge for the title. It's not going to happen. People talk about United, you can't win anything with kids. But they had 5 or 6 kids that had 5 or 6 experienced pros playing with them. And that's different. Chelsea don't have that. We got Thiago Silva. That's it. And Raheem Sterling, of that 11 that played tonight, of an age, with experience. That's it. So you have to just look at the situation as it is with our players, with our squad, beginning to build and to grow together. We were 4 games unbeaten before the nightmare against Brentford, which was the low block. But from what I've seen in those 4 unbeaten games in the game tonight, we're beginning to see signs of us beginning to put things together here. Now, like I said to you, they do need to address what happened in the opening 15 minutes, because Tottenham did a number on Chelsea on the right-hand side, on our left-hand side, our right-hand side, their left-hand side. I keep saying it, but Maddison was a pain in the arse. They played Brennan Johnson, pushed up on Reece James, so James couldn't really get forward. So Brennan Johnson played on that left-hand side, hugging the byline. So he kept Reece James busy because he's in his eye line. But what James Maddison would do, he'll drift out to that space, the old Mason Mount space, in between defenders and midfielders and on that side. And he gave James a quandary. James is looking, thinking, do I go to Maddison? But he's like, no, I'm going to hold my defensive position. And what they're then going to do is then go, Bill boy, what are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about going to a different stream when I'm still streaming? What is all that about, mate? That's not great, is it? Bill boy. Bill boy. Bill boy's out. Anyway, that's ridiculous. I'm still streaming. How rude. But yeah, but Cole Palmer needs to work a little bit more defensively, I have to say. He's got to do better. So let's read some more of these comments. Let's have a look on here. Adam says, great time, ChelsDaft. Congratulations to us. Andy's so glad Reece James had a good game. He did. Hat-trick. Look, Tottenham had their chances and they blew it. Abaro, that's him again. He said, yes, we won the game. It will help with confidence, but Spurs gave us all the possible breaks ever, and we still almost bottled it. In fact, we were so bad that Spurs played open against us with 9. Alonso, do we know our best 11 yet? There's lots of potential, but no solid backbone. I hope I'm well, CD. I'm all good. Amin says, when the result was 2-1, it was where I was most feared. We weren't playing with confidence and aura. That's on mentality, and I dare say lack of confidence. We can address it. We can. Clinton's question to Barrow. Michael says, big confidence booster for Jackson. Big win for the team. 1 Chelsea, still best London club. And he says, now that will give Chelsea confidence going into Man City game. Lewis says, Tottenham's goals were also very lucky. Considering all disallowed goals we deserve to win. Manuel says, this team is a long way. Barrow, we have a big score. We should have dominated games. Simple as that. Jack Player says, Vicario is the one that should hold his head high. My God, he was like prime Manuel Neuer. Digger says, Chelsea have to work on the discipline. The immaturity is so apparent. We need to study the Terry's, Kales, Rudiger's, Ballack, Makalele's, Essien type players. Messi says, for me, I would love to have seen Noni on tonight. I think he would have had something to show against his old club. Mudryk, for me, looking like he's thinking about what he's doing too much. Ian says, I think Spurs ran themselves into the ground too much in the first 15 minutes and couldn't recover after some time. A win's a win. The youngsters hopefully learned a thing or two. Hat-trick, we've played well and lost today. We have played well and lost today. We've won very well. The performance matters. Not Mirrodon says, which players should Chelsea buy and which ones should they sell? Jabiru Joe, I've a question to make, Daft. Apparently I turned the sound down and went to make a coffee. What, my sound? Jabiru Joe, it's disgusting behaviour. Can't believe you did that. It's almost as if, like, you know, it's bad when I picked up a beverage and it all frothed up. Anyway, nearly 200 people watching. I appreciate it. If you could all smash the like button for me, that would be absolutely amazing. 205 people. Welcome along. Hopefully you guys have paid attention. Not paid attention. You've tuned in at some point to watch the live match commentary. If you haven't, make sure you do. Make sure you look at the other butchers of it after the game's finished. It's the only radio-style commentary. Actual ball-by-ball coverage here on the channel. Not a watch-along where I sit and just say, oh, you know, there's a shot there. And this is proper commentary on this channel. And hopefully the guys that watched it enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the comments after the game. So I'm going to turn the old Sky coverage off so I can't be bothered to watch it anymore. They're discussing what we're all talking about anyway. So let's just make this screen bigger and let's see what's happening. So 157 likes. Thank you so much. Keep smashing the likes for me, people. I really appreciate it. Let's see more of these comments. So Dragon Beasy says, even though we couldn't shoot to save our lives, the end should what we can do. Lewis says, missed the game, heard a lot of things. Did we really play worse than a 9-man team? No, we didn't. We didn't. They made it difficult for Chelsea, basically. And they had one moment where we sort of switched off defensively and Son got in and a great save from Sanchez when it was 2-1. But Chelsea had that game under control. We just had to wait to find the right ball, Lewis. And we kept playing balls that were too far in front. We kept making runs offside. And when we did get it right, we caused them so many problems. And but for last-ditch tackles, you know, blocks from the goalkeeper, an outstanding game, the Tottenham goalkeeper, Chelsea dominated that game. And we've basically got ourselves... We got ourselves the win, and we needed that win. But we made the right runs at the right time. And we played people in, and they couldn't live with it because we were caught on goal side. And we capitalised on it, basically. If anybody turns around and says we played bad that game, my God, seriously. Based on where we're coming from. I know exactly. Don't listen to radio presenters. Don't listen to pundits that are talking nonsense. As Chelsea fans, you guys on this stream right now, what was the most important thing for you heading into this game tonight? Was it 3 points, yes or no? First, 3 points. Second, a good performance. And a lot of people will sit there and talk about the fact that we were lucky because Tottenham had 2 players sent off. No, we weren't. They lost their heads. That's down to them. They just literally just down to them because they lost their discipline. Romero's a joke. He's an absolute joke of a player. And it's come back to bite them on the arse. And Chelsea huffed and puffed, as I'm saying, Lewis, with the wrong balls over the top or playing too many long balls and not putting a lot of backspin on them for people to run onto them. And it made it easy for the keeper to come out or people to get back in on goal side and get the ball away. But Chelsea got it right. And they got it right 4-5 times and we scored 4 goals. Or 3 goals out of the 4. So, anyway. Hat-trick, the best live commentary on YouTube. Trust me. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Dragon says, I meant to say short we can do. Okay, perfect. Abaro's still being very negative. I'm not going to read his comments out. Lewis, 20% is what their asses then. Dragon says, we were good as much as people hate Jackson. I'm glad he got a hat-trick, even though they were tapping. Hope he's happy. Ian says, your commentary is a godsend for people like me who are partially sighted and can't watch the match. Thank you, Daft. You're very welcome. And I really appreciate that comment, Ian. Thank you, mate. I'm glad that I can make a difference by giving you proper commentary, mate, not a nonsense on somewhere else's channel. Mezzi, on to City and Newcastle. Let's hope for some points and someone nails Haaland. All this talk about he's been the best centre forward ever. Don't get talked about anymore. Really pisses me off when they talk shite. Ken Forrest, not Sir Tyler Jackson anymore, not until the next game. Abaro, the most shameful 3 points ever. Abaro, you're going, mate. Seriously, you're a joke. Go somebody else's channel. Unsubscribe from me because you're a joke, mate. Absolute joke. Right, you're off. See ya. Abaro's a joke, honestly. We're in a situation where we're fighting for points in the Premier League. Yes, we played bad against Brentford because we couldn't break a low block down. This is fucking Tottenham. This is Chelsea-Tottenham, which is the battle of the bridge, you know, the whatever it's called. The second thing. You know what I mean? And this was a battle. And Chelsea, this young team, have got themselves, they ground out the win. And that's the most important thing. 3 points is the most important. But these players will come through this game and they'll be better for it because there was needle. There was like tackles flying in. There was VAR, all sorts of this nonsense going on in a hostile environment as Tottenham, and they've stood up. And yes, they had to play against 9 men. That's down to Tottenham. Not down to anybody else, is it? So if they lose their heads, it's on them. And Chelsea needed to capitalise on it. Yes, we huffed and puffed, but we did it. And we got ourselves the win, 4-1. So Tottenham's unbeaten run's gone. Postecoglou's lost for the first time at home in 53 games going back to November 2020. And Chelsea have got themselves a massive 3 points that puts us up to 10th. And we've now got something to build on again. Anyway, the Mighty Trigger says, you were right all along. Ken Forrest says 3 points, exclamation marks are plenty. Andy says the Chelsea team are going place for years to come with all the young players. Chelsea got the Brazilian players come back into the team. Dragon says ecstatic, I meant our defence is good, mistakes were made, but we were good. Messi Jackson proved himself where he hasn't. He has to do stand in the middle and let the winners to the running. We'll get plenty. Let the wingers, you mean, do the running. Got you. Michael O'Shea says 3 point lane. Lewis, 2016 Battle of the Bridge was brutal. I still remember that. Dragon says, so happy that we won. I was screaming. Vinny Jr. says, Romero is a serial wrong-un. He is exactly. He is a wrong-un. His head goes, and it's just stupid. It's like, you know, just get in his ear, wind him up, give him a little bit of a nudge. Thiago Silva and him had a bit of a clatter. They clattered, or he clattered Thiago Silva. I said it in the commentary. He won a header nearly halfway line, hit it down the wing, down our left-hand side. So he goes beyond Colwill, and Silva comes across, and Romero puts one on Silva when they both go for the ball, and Silva ends up in a heap. No one gives anything, so Romero just gets up and trots back because he's put one on Thiago Silva. About 30 seconds later, 45 seconds later, there's a bit of the ball comes in the middle of midfield, and Romero's still in that position. He goes for the ball, and Thiago Silva gives him a nudge back, gives him one, and puts him on the floor. And there's no foul because he's won the ball. But what's happened then is that they've actually given a foul on Romero. But what Romero does, he lost his head then because he's given one out and he can't take it. So Thiago Silva gave him one back, and what he did, he then turned round and without even looking, just swings and just like a scissor kick or whatever it is, he's trying to get hold of Thiago Silva, but Colwell's standing there and he clatters Colwell the back of his calf. And he got away with that, but his head had already gone. And then literally minutes later, the Enzo challenge is just stupid. So, I mean, if you play with a centre-back that's got a tendency to lose his head and do stuff like that, and you're happy to play with him, and you're happy to be confident with him, and you know that he could do that, and you sit and play him weeks and weeks, he doesn't do it, but today he did it, and he let his team down. And then the fullback let his team down as well. So we can only beat the teams that are in front of us. And unfortunately, you got a team of Tottenham playing well, played a good first 15 minutes against us and caused us big, big problems. Lost their heads. Chelsea got a foothold in the game. Before they went down to 10 men, we got a foothold in that game through midfield and we began to impose ourselves on Tottenham. And we created some good chances. Anyway. Sean, favourite songs, how you doing? Good sense to use a top channel. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Lindsay needs to be at our best against City. I believe in our team. Vinny, great call from Poch to sub Colwill. Yeah, he lost his head as well, Colwill, didn't he? Him and Sarr had a thing at the end of the first half, and he wasn't happy. Colwill, he had to be bear hugged by what's his face, by Enzo to get away from where he was, and he got himself booked, but he lost his head, and that's probably why he went off. It's a great call from Pochettino. Good call, Vinny. Dragon, I'm going to head off. Glad to chat. You guys are good and have a good night. Enjoy this great and important win. Messi, Jackson proved to himself all he's got to do is stand in the middle and let the wingers do the running. I keep saying that about Jackson. Jackson's only 22. He's trying to impress everybody, and he's running at times in areas where he shouldn't be. He's like headless chicken. But he's trying to impress. He's trying to be part of the build-up play. But when you make runs out wide to the byline, you're not doing anyone any favours, because when we actually play the ball backwards to somebody, you're looking for a ball in the box, you're not there. So Jackson's got to play the width, no wider. His runs, no wider than the width of the penalty box, and just stay narrow. And he did that today 3 times, and he got 3 goals. What was the Reece James controversy about, says Lewis? There was a challenge that the ball sort of bounced in the first half, and James is sort of running backwards. He's got Brennan Johnson on his outside, and they sort of both go up for the ball, but James leads with his arm, and the insinuation was that he put one on Brennan Johnson as he went up in the air, but I don't think he made any contact with him, and nothing was given about it. Bojo, the ex-Prime Minister's in the house. How you doing, mate? Have you brushed your hair yet? Great win to build on. Keep faith in this young squad. Hat-trick. Says Jackson needs to watch his offside position and think quick. If he does, then he'll score loads more. Exactly. Excuse me. Paula, great result for us. Hopefully we go on another run. It could be great to finish top half this season and the Mickey Mouse Cup. Exactly. Paula, everybody else, would you just taken a win before the game kicked off? So I don't understand why people are negative, saying, oh, we struggled and all this nonsense. Clinton, great result and great commentary as usual. See you on the next one. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Really do. Jabiru Joe, Spurs could bring to slide now, missing half their team for the next game. What I will say, Romero's a blow. So they've lost 2 of their 2 centre-backs are gone. Romero's suspended 3 games. But Van der Ven, I keep hearing from the Tottenham at work, Van der Ven is a class act. Him doing his hamstring is massive for them. Massive blow. They've come into this game on a high. 1 win or a win against us will take them top of the league again. Unbeaten, flying. And it's all fallen apart. They got 2 defenders suspended. Van der Ven hamstring. They took Madison off because he went over on his ankle. Who cares? Anyway. So all we want to do now is see Chelsea just kick on now. Just take heart from that performance and just literally just build on it. You know, we're going to be massive underdogs against Man City, but we'll give Man City a good game because we're at that point now. You know, and Pochettino sets his team up well. I like the way Pochettino does it. Andy, I hope Enzo will be okay when he comes off. Cos Sosa said so, like that. Been watching your channel for a while. I come here because you're a good antidote for my pessimistic inclinations. Not to be positive about. Palmer, most obvious. Keep it up. Will do, mate. Appreciate your comment. Thank you. Lewis, the fact that Messi won the Ballon d'Or and Jackson didn't is a joke. Corruption at its finest. I'll take that with a pinch of salt, that one. Samuel Brown, how are you? Can we be honest about how not very good Castillo is, even though we all sing about him being class? Samuel, why would you want to incite a conversation like that? Do you not look at Castillo when he breaks the play up? Castillo breaks the play up. He steps in front and wins challenges. So I don't understand why people are being negative. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So it's a very strange. So Samuel says that Castillo always picks the easiest pass. Well, I mean, what's wrong with doing that? If that's what you're in the team to do, then what's wrong with doing that? But in that game, Samuel, he played like a couple of 30, 40-yard balls out wide, played it in between the lines into the feet of Palmer. Sorry, Samuel, but I disagree with your comment completely. And your comment of not as about how not very great Castillo is, disagree completely. I think he is. I think he's good at what he does, and I think we're beginning to see it because he's beginning to be. He needed time to settle in, and let's be honest, the transfer fee was in his head, like Mudryk. Same thing about Mudryk. Now, Mudryk didn't have a game to remember tonight, let's be honest. He had a couple of moments where he lost his head as well. Things didn't go right for him, and I think he's a confidence player. But what Mykhailo Mudryk has got, the same thing with Caicedo, is the transfer fees in their head. And I played football of decent standard, not of this standard, but a decent standard. And football's about confidence and stuff like that. But it's also about just playing instinctive football, not being in your head too much. If you think about things too much, then you just confuse yourself. I mean, there was a moment in that game, well, I can't think who it was that went forward. It might have been Sterling. He didn't know what to do one way or the other, and he hesitated. No, it was Jackson. Hesitated and he lost the ball. But if he just went with his instinct, I've got a man outside of me, let's play it to him. Or hit the ball early, it's different. So, like, as Jaburu Joe says, the KISS principle, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Because Sosa said so. Says, what's that guy talking about? What's the guy talking about? Because it took a while to settle, which I didn't expect. But every game he seems to be improving tonight, including. Exactly. He's settling into the game, to the team. He's building a relationship with Enzo and Conor Gallagher. And what I will say, I'm going to hold my hands up here, because I said a few months back that once he's fit, it'll be Lavia, Enzo and Caicedo as our midfield three, and everybody else has got a job on to get into that team. I think if you can look back at me saying that and think the last couple of months and look at Conor Gallagher's performances and his work rate, his willingness to do the horrible stuff, to get in, to win challenges, to press players, to literally just do everything that you want him to do in that position, Gallagher has really given Pochettino something to think about. And I think that Gallagher is unsung in this team. And, you know, I didn't think he had it in him. I kept thinking that Gallagher was more of like a number 10 type or a number 8, but he's playing as a 6, at times as an 8. But Gallagher works his arse off and he's doing so well. But the relationship between Caicedo, Gallagher and Enzo is built. And that's the bedrock now of what we're doing. And it allows us to close the ball down, win it back early, excuse me, and give it to Palmer, to Sterling. And that's played a massive part of our changing fortunes of 5 of the last 6 games. Stephen, we played dreadful but great result. I disagree, Stephen, I have to say. William Manning, consider we world class. It's your job to win the ball and give it. WT, easiest pass. Conte always made the easiest pass. Hat-trick, his job isn't to run like Sterling. He does his job very well. Vinny says the Spuds were playing every dirty trick in the book. Poch has to get the team to watch this game and study the dark arts of the game and learn fast. The young players have to learn fast. They do. Ken says, consider his class will improve and improve. Lewis, Gallagher shows a lot of passion for the badge and I love it. He does, but he's done nothing wrong, Gallagher. He's done everything they're asking him to do. You know, get in there, work your arse off, make the position your own, and he's done it. And Lavia's got a job on to get in his team once he's fit. So, you know, I keep saying it, and you know, I mean, Stephen's saying it, we played dreadful. How do we play dreadful? Would you have taken just 3 points anyway? 3 points, no matter how we get it tonight? A scrappy 1-0 win, like I said earlier, off someone's arse, off a deflection, back in the net, last minute. You know, would you just take any form of a win tonight before the game kicks off and just look at how the game played out? Look at Tottenham losing their heads and look at the fact that we huffed and puffed to try and get the right ball in. Out of probably 15 of them, we got 5 right and we scored 3 goals from it. So the players are growing together. They're a young team, they're a young squad and they're growing, and just give them time. But the signs are there. There's an identity we've got now. We didn't have that last year. The players are playing for the manager. They're playing for each other. And just let them do it. Just this team will be very, very different again until we get to, by the end of the season, it's going to look very, very different because we'll be much more confident. Because they're building their relationships, it'll be really, really good. Do you think Pep will play De Bruyne, Kovacic and Aka? Not sure. Really don't know. Andy, making Gallagher captain, he will improve his runs class. Exactly. Woodshed, what a great relief. Thanks for commentary again. Got to go back to work. Can't wait to open those ice cold IPAs. Later. Good night. Come on, Chelsea. Good night, Woodshedder. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it, and all your comments after the game. I've got 188 people watching. I've got 189 likes. Can I get 11 more likes, please? Smash that like for me. It puts it out there for more Chelsea fans to have a look at the commentary. After it's all finished up, they can look at it and see it's actual ball-by-ball live match commentary, not the nonsense that you see on these watch-alongs. So if you can smash the like button, I really appreciate it, people. Thank you so much. Hat-trick, Conor Gallagher worked so hard, I would find it difficult to lead him out of any game so far. Exactly, I agree with you. I do agree with you. So, any more comments, people? I'm going to wrap this up at 11 o'clock tonight, 8 minutes. Got work in the morning. Is it true that Kovacic's now wearing Jack Grealish's airband? Jabiru Joe, I'm not too bad on Grealish now these days, I have to say. I've eased my opinion of Jack Grealish, let's just say that. He does fall over a lot. That will never change, that opinion, but I don't really have the same feeling towards my belief on Jack Grealish, let's just say that. But that'll be an interesting game against Man City because they're going to come out and play against us. So, you know, what I mean is they're going to play open is what I was going to try and say, which might fall into our hands. But will we change the way we play? Will we go to a back five? Well, could we see Badiashile come in and play on the right with, or maybe, or go with Dizazi, Colwill and Thiago Silva as a 3, with Cucurella on the left, Reece James on the right, and play the 3-man midfield, and play just 2 up front. But you can't drop Jackson now for the next game, can you? Got hat-trick. Imagine scoring a hat-trick being told you can't start against Man City. So it might be just like for like, go for it again, to go the 4-3-3 again. Because Sky advertised the fact it was a 4-2-3-1. It was 4-3-3, if anything. But one thing for people to note as well is that Cole Palmer sort of played free in that game. But massive game from him again. And this is what I'm saying, people. At the end of the day, would you have taken any form of 3 points? Of course you would. We got the 3 points. Ignore the doom and gloom. Ignore the criticism. I did say, and I have said, that we need to address what happened in the first 15 minutes with being outnumbered on the right-hand side. Cole Palmer needs to work hard defensively to support Reece James. But overall, we got the win. We scored 4 goals. Jackson's got a trick, which is positives. We beat the unbeaten Tottenham. We've gone back into the top half of the Premier League with more big games coming up. And as a group, as a young group of players in that squad, they're going to learn so much from that game tonight, because that game tonight is like no other. Chelsea, Tottenham, everything's behind it. We all know about it. We all know Battle of the Bridge 2016. This was like the sequel, if anything. But unfortunately, Tottenham lost their heads again. It's their own fault. So it's not that, that VAR let them down. We had a goal disallowed, or 2 goals disallowed. They had 1 disallowed. Romero got sent off, rightly so. The fullback got sent off again because he was careless, booked already and through, and just flung himself at the ball at Raheem Sterling. We can only beat the team we're playing up against, and unfortunately that was a team where they lost their heads, and Chelsea huffed and puffed again to try and to make the breakthrough. We played 15 balls forward, over the top, got 10 of them wrong, but the 5 of them we got right, 3 of them were made to count, and we got the 3 goals to make it 4-1 and take a massive 3 points. So, comments. Lewis, heading off now. Love the work you're doing. Keep it up. Come on, you Blues. Thank you, mate. Andy, thanks, ChelsDaft. Got to go now. Got work in the morning. Brilliant result tonight. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, you Blues. Hat-trick. We now have some trustworthy players on the pitch. John and Thiago Silva as a must-pick on match days. Exactly. 2 more likes I need, people, for 200. Come on, smash that like button for me. 7,500 views of this stream tonight at some point. Thank you so much, everybody that's paid attention, that joined the stream. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everyone that's supporting the channel. Make sure you also hit that subscribe button as well. And come and join the next live match commentary. I'm going to try and work it that I can do the Man City, but I am away from the Friday back on the Sunday, so I might not be able to do it like this. So anyway, I'll keep you guys informed. But make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate it. I've got 201 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. There's 200 people still watching this stream. So make sure you rewind it back and check out the commentary if you've never seen this channel and the live match commentary. It's actual ball-by-ball coverage, radio-style coverage. Don't listen to nonsense on Sky, on BT Sport or TNT, whatever it's called. Don't listen to the nonsense on the radio and all these players that have won nothing, that are now pundits, you know, that you sit and think, what have you won? How do you know about winning trophies and stuff like that? Well, they haven't got a clue. Turn your sound off, delay the coverage by 1 minute and link it up with me, and I'll talk you through the game from a Chelsea perspective. And I try to be as open and as honest as I can. If we're playing crap, I'll say we're playing crap. If there's things that are frustrated, I'll say it. These guys on here that watch the stream, that are regular subscribers and watch it, will tell you I do exactly that. And I thank you for all of your support. Joe Jackson, you've had 4, missing the last chance was insane, I know. Ned, it's really a shame on the part of Chelsea. Should have only like 9-10 against 1. Always got chasing the Chelsea fans. Don't understand that comment, but fair play. Appreciate it. Appreciate you getting involved. Really, really do. I've got 2 minutes left of this live stream. Started at 7:45 this evening as we build up to the game, and then the live match commentary that went through the game. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. You've enjoyed the commentary. You enjoyed a night where Chelsea ended Tottenham's unbeaten run, no matter how it came and how it happened. We did. What goes in the record books is Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4. And Postecoglou's lost a home game for the first time in 53 games since November 2020, where, you know, he's got a bit of realisation. He started off the afternoon or the evening by thinking we're going to be top of the league here, we're playing well. He's getting loads of praise for his team, playing open and attractive football. They started the game the first 15 minutes by doing so, but after that it then all crumbled for one reason or another, and they got exposed. They got exposed before they went down to 10 men. They got exposed when it went down to 10 men, and they got exposed when it went down to 9 men. And all Chelsea can do is step on that pitch and beat the team that's in front of them, no matter how many players are there and what the scenario is, and we did it. We got a massive 3 points, massive result for Chelsea, and all I can say is be positive. For God's sake, be positive. Thank you so much, everyone that's tuned in at some point for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you've not dropped a like on the video, smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more. Check out the content on the channel as well. And make a note that a couple of days ago, I put a video up saying you're a fool to write Chelsea off at Tottenham. Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4. Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks very much for your support and for tuning in. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Have a good evening.